Everyone, welcome to this amazing webinar. Today we have people from industry, academia, as well as government who will guide you in terms of what career options are available and how those career options you can explore as a seafarer. And at the end of this webinar, we will also be sharing an ebook which is basically for sea to shore career transitions for seafarers. So this has been compiled based on the discussions and the panelist insights that have been shared in the past with us. And I hope this ebook can also become a guiding pattern for you people to look forward for new careers or the careers at the shore. So we welcome everybody in the panelist, Mr. Ramesh Singhal, HS Bovlekar, Professor Murli from IIT Madras, Mr. Sabbachasi Hazra, Commodore Bharat Bhushan Nagpal, Mr. K. Murlidharan, and we have Captain Pawan Gupta who would be joining us. So the panelists will share their insights from the academic perspective, the government initiatives, as well as the journey of real life seafarer from sea to shore and then into entrepreneurship. So this is going to be a roller coaster for everybody, learning about the career options as well as the opportunities that they can explore into three domains: the academics, then you have shore jobs into leaderships, and as well as technical or the engineering jobs that you can pursue. Apart from this, probably you can also explore the careers by pursuing the hobbies. Some of those insights would be shared by one of our panelists, the real life seafarer turning into uh, the corporate jobs and then into entrepreneurship. So this would be amazing to hear out everybody from the panelists. So here to Mr. Ramesh Singhal, who has been um, uh, a pivotal force to bring all the panelists together and to make it happen today. Uh, Mr. Ramesh Singhal is CEO of iMaritime and has been into the consulting domain for 30 years, working with almost every aspect in the maritime industry, providing consulting to more than 400 initiatives, more than 400 projects across shipping, logistics. And so you can say that today we have panelists who come from every domain of shipping, guiding you in terms of what opportunities you can look up to. So here to Mr. Ramesh Singhal for further ado, he can introduce the panelists much better than me and take it forward.
Thank you, Vijay. Nice to be here and see that the number of joinees are much more than what we had last time. So, our panelist included Mr. Shyam Jagannathan. He's DG Shipping. Unfortunately, he was called for an urgent meeting. So instead of him, his presentation is made by one of his colleague, Mr. Walker. However, we have a video of Shyam Jagannathan. Last Sunday also we had the same topic and he gave a speech. We have sort of summarized that speech into a video and we will play that video immediately after this. And then we have Professor Murli, who is professor and dean from IIT Madras, and he's probably the number one academician in the shipping, ports, ocean engineering, and every government, not only from India, all over the world, looks up to him for a variety of expertise, variety of discussion, and he has been the force behind. While okay, I mean, we as an industry partner, we have done a lot of front-ending work, but he's the person who has always supported us in all our endeavors, and he's there as a part of this panel. And then we have Sabyasachi Hazara. He was former chairman and managing director of Shipping Corporation of India, one of the largest hirer of seafarers onshore, offshore. A lot of their directors I have seen over the years are captains. So he will really be person who will give first-hand understanding of how the seafarers have transitioned in public sector or private sector as well. He has been with seafarers onshore, offshore, for 40 years. His knowledge will be of immense help. We have Bharat Bhushan Nagpal as one of the panelists. He was chairman, managing director of Goa Shipyard. Now, we were talking before the discussion. Shipbuilding is another industry which is going to boom in India. The government is really putting a lot of emphasis on that. So, how that industry can utilize the talented seafarers for variety of their functional areas is the thing that he will touch upon. We have with us Mr. Muralidharan. He has an extensive port sector experience. And again, he will discuss ports, logistics, how seafarers have been. The seafarers actually I have been there in the logistics supply chain domain for years, and it is really heartening to know. And they have done exceedingly well onshore and offshore, on the land as well. And we have Captain Pawan Gupta. He is an LNG expert, and he will also discuss, for what are the how has been his journey in this particular domain, and how he, from a captain, he did transition to the shore-based entrepreneurship. He's one of the entrepreneur there. So we have a fairly smart panel. And after this panel, which will probably take 45 minutes. Yeah. So we will then discuss the entire thing, as well as uh, uh, take it forward, the discussion. So now over to DG Shipping, small video that you can uh, play, Vijay, and then we can go on to the other panelist discussion.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Great. So now we are going to play a very short clip where he has shared very important insights on what is happening in India and what is the future of India for maritime industry.
From Samurli and from the other participating panelists, I extend my greetings to all of you. Each one of you is a doyen and a stalwart in your own rights, and we fully appreciate aggregation of all our competencies and our skills to cull out and sculpt out an effective roadmap that basically contributes to building on the remarkable maritime heritage that India has, as well as also lay out the milestones for the future ahead. I have a brief presentation. I'll request my colleague to share that. Please indulge me for roughly 10 minutes, because I'll just run through the presentation. And then I will also, since as Professor Murli had said, likewise, I am also traveling. I may have to exit midway. I would request Ramesh Singhji to perhaps coordinate in my absence. However, my very dedicated team of professionals who works with me will be attending, and we will continue the ongoing engagement. Next slide, please. Can we change the slide, please? Essentially, if you're looking at the Indian economy, and the previous slide, if you can go back to the previous slide, slide number 2. It is a well-known global fact that the Indian economy is growing multifold. 2027, we will be the third, and in terms of growth, we are still one of the fastest growing. We are, yes, the most populous, democratic, very reliable and dependable, integral voice in today's changing, very rapidly changing geopolitical uncertainty. So the first thing I want to assure everybody here is, whether you are offshore or you're on board or you are onshore, the future essentially is bright, because the nation itself is on a major and remarkable growth trajectory. Next. The blue economy itself is having a lot of emphasis. As of now, globally speaking, we are just around a little over 1% of the global tonnage. However, in terms of seafarers, we are among the top 3 seafaring nations. And in the Maritime India vision, we are intending to contribute from 12%, 12.5% of the present global seafaring pool to 20 to 25%. This would mean that while you have your onboard carrier, we need to skill, assess your competencies, certify, and onboard you at the right time with the right companies and with the proper allowances and competencies to put you on board safe and bring you back home after you finish a glorious career at sea to then contribute further for your career onshore. The blue economy will remain critical to India's economic growth. Presently, 4.5% contribution to the GDP will increase to 12.5 to more than that. And it will remain the major supply lifeline for the globe's fastest growing economy because 95% by trade volume and 65% by trade value is going to be on maritime routes, and this will only increase further. So the importance and the significance of the blue economy will continue as a centrality to India's economic growth. Next, please. A little bit about the Directorate General of Shipping. As Ramesh Singhal ji had mentioned, Professor Murli sir is acutely aware. We are transitioning from the Directorate General of Shipping to the Directorate General of Maritime Administration. So earlier, our primary role was regulation, largely under the umbrella of the International Maritime Organization, and two primary aspects: safety at sea and cleaner seas, our sustainability. That is now going to be extended from a focus on mercantile marine, which is shipping per se, to ports, to shipyards, to ship recycling centers, to offshore operations, to inland navigation, to multimodal logistics. And of course, throughout all this, the entire human element, which is essentially the stakeholders who are participating today. Next, please. This is what I had spoken about. 75 years of dedicated service to the nation, and as has been flagged, from your conservative role of a regulator, you're going to change to essentially a facilitator, where the outreach and the hand-holding will be much more than what it was in the previous 75 years that the institution of the Directorate General of Shipping has existed.
So this was the brief video that we played out back to Mr. Ramesh Singhal.
Yeah. So can we have Mr. Boilkar to start?
Yeah, sure. Aishwarya? Hello, Aishwarya?
Yes, yes, I'll
Can you
be
put-
present.
Yeah, please put the slides. Next slide. Actually, this our Director General has already given the details about DTG shipping. Now it's a maritime administration, and our major role is to make the laws, provide a training to the seafarers, controlling these DTG shipping training institutes, control, administer their employment, seafarers' employment, as well as this welfares for the seafarers and their families and all. So these are the main functions of the DG Maritime Administration, including the registration of the ships, as well as the safety of life and ships at sea, what he has already explained. Aishwarya, next slide, please. This is already, she has mentioned that, okay, there will be definitely a large demand. Why transition happens and all that? Because the ship, or the life in the ship is a very, it requires a lot of mental fitness, as well as the physical fitness, as well as they have to be away from their families and all the things. So they have to balance their life in the work, as well as with their family members and families and all the things. So they have to be mentally fit as well as the physically fit. They have to work around continuous. You cannot say that it's a 8-hour duty, but when the emergency happens, they have to work continuously for the safety of the ship and all the things. Then there is a health protect. There is always a stress on the ships and all the things, because what happens in the next moment, you don't know when you are on the ship and all the things, because it may be the natural calamities, it may happen in the accidental calamities, whatever it may be. So there has to have a chronic stress is always there when they are on the ships and all the things. The safety risks are also there and all the things. Then because of this particular say they are away from this from the family on the ships more than 6 months to 9 months, or sometimes it's 11 months of the ships. So it depends continuous burnout during this large careers, ship careers and all the things. So what happens? Some seafarers, they leave the service after completion of certain years of their services, say at the young age. They earn the money, and after the marriage and all the things, they leave the services and all the things. If they are medically fit, mentally fit, they continue till their retirement and all the things. But the maximum, I have been the welfare officer of this chief administrative officer, seafarers welfare. So I am seeing so many seafarers are resigning after certain periods, and they look out for the back office job of shipping companies or some other sectors and all the things. So this is what basically is they require. This transition is there from the sea service to the shore services and all the things. They are looking for some services where they can use their expertise, what they have gained during the shipping services, sea services, to that back office work or some other work and all the things. See, there are a lot of shortage of the seafarers are there in the world and all the things. Almost more than 1 crore, 1 lakh seafarer shortfall will be there by 2026. India is one of the major supplier of the seafarers to the world trade, seafaring trade and all the things. We were almost in the first 3 suppliers of the seafarers workforce to the world trade. And we wanted to go up to the first place or the second place in the earliest possible and all the things. Further, there are the smart ships are coming, autonomous ships are coming. So the training is also need to be developed considering these autonomous ships and all the things. The curriculum has to be developed. That is also the work of the DG shipping in the training institutes. Then also we have to follow the environmental regulation to pollution control and all the things, and sustainability of green shipping, which has to be followed by the DG shipping. Next slide, please. So multiple shore-based career pathways now exist in the maritime roles, that is port terminal operations, crew management, marine insurance. So these are the maritime roles which the seafarers can look after they wanted to leave this particular seafaring profession. Definitely this requires their upgradation of the particular skills and all the things like port terminal operations if they wanted to, because they have work on the ships, but how the port and terminal operations are carried out, how the crew management is done by the shipping companies and all the things, how the marine insurance is taken, who are the agencies who are providing the marine insurance. So there are certain courses are there which they need to take it up during their service or after the service. If they are available, they should take it up so that they can the maritime roles after they are leaving the seafaring services. Then there are corporate careers are also available, like supply chain, logistics managements are there. Then consultancy services, they can provide it to these companies, like RPSL companies are there, or their shipping companies are there. They how the managements are there, supply chain can be done and all the things. Then there are the technical like green energy, shipbuilding. Definitely there are very much scope will be there and all the things, because now the government of India has now provided the finance of around 70,000 crores budget for this shipbuilding, and ship repairing is also there. So shipbuilding, there the careers are there for the marine engineering, the marine architectures are there. So they can take up the jobs in the shipbuilding. Then the renewable system is there and all the things. Now it's renewable energy is used and all the things. So those experts or those who are aware of this energy system, renewable system, they can join it. R&D projects are there available. Then the entrepreneurships and the training, there are the scope for the seafarers to start their own RPSL company or shipping company with, if they have got a sufficient finance, or they can take the finance from these institutions, financial institutions, and they can have the startups for this or RPSL company for recruiting this manpower to the foreign flag vessels owners and all the things. So they can take up this corporate education. Corporate education also they can take it up. They can join as a faculty to these institutions and all the things. They have got the scope, and all master mariners are there. They are joining this as a faculty, visiting faculty, or a full-time faculty with the DG shipping institutions and all the things. Then there are support systems are there. They can have the network. They can have the mentors and all that. They can give the what is that called is when they are in the stress and all the things. They can provide some career counseling and all the things. So these are online. These are or online portals. They can develop it where they can with colleagues and all the things. They can provide some job opportunities to the other seafarers and all the things. So these are some of the multiple shore-based careers pathways which are now exist for the seafarers, provided they take the particular training in these particular streams in which they are interested, basically with their interest and all the things. They can definitely have a better prospectus after the seafaring profession if they are not interested or they wanted to leave that particular profession and come with some other professions and all the things. Next slide, please, Aishwarya. See the technical, what I say, technical and operational exercise. There's a strong basic in operations are there, navigations are there, cargo systems are there. There are knowledge of IMO conventions like SOLAS is there, MARPOL is there. Then ship management services are there. Then compliance cultures are there. So there are various avenues available for the seafarers, provided they have these particular maritime law is also there. They are interested in legal and all the things. They can for the maritime law is there. International maritime laws are there. They can do that particular courses and they become the legal experts for providing the legal services to the shipping companies, RPSL companies, or any other government organizations. Even if they wanted an technical and operational expertise, if they wanted, they can join the UPSC. Through UPSC, they can join the DG service also, like an ship surveyors or examiners and all the things. There are opportunities with the joining with the government services and all the things through PSC, provided they have the requisite the qualifications and experience for this one and clearing this UPSC. Then there's a commercial and business understanding. Then there are all maximum vessels, cargo vessels are the chartered vessels. So if they know the chartering agreements and all the things, and they can go for the chartering awareness and join the shipping companies, then ship operations, what port logistics are there and all the things. If incoming, outgoing, loading, unloading and all the things, they can join those particular companies and all. Then transferable skills are there, leadership, teamwork, diverse crews, crisis handling and decision making under pressure, because definitely the seafarers, they are very crucial, means, when they are on the ship and all the things, they don't know what will happen next and all the things. They have to, they are the major, they know how to handle the crisis during the natural calamity or the accidental venues happen and all the things. So they adapt, so they can handle this crisis situation when something happens during this particular company. So they are better experts for handling those crisis management and decision making skills, because there you have to take the immediate decisions when you are on the ship. So to save the ship, as well the cargo, as well as the life of the seafarers, crew members. Then there is a entrepreneurial support is there, provide opportunities for retired seafarers to contribute to audit, because there are some certain audits are there, vessel inspections are there, audits, inspections, then the IMO audits are there. So they can go for these particular avenues and all the things. They can avail these facilities or the job opportunities available in the market. Then technology and digital competencies are there. The experience with digital ship or shipments, adaptability to ERP, analytics, fleet monitoring tools. Now there are fleet monitoring tools are there, which seafarers is where it's going, what job he has done and all the things. So where he can be placed further and all the things. So these particular fleet monitoring tools are there. They can learn it and they can make this a career in that particular field. Next slide. This is what is actually continuous learning can help SEPA adapt to port sea carriers. This is what is mean. They have to learn those particular learning, invest in the learning for which in area which they are interested in. If they are interested in this fleet personnel, then definitely they have to learn this mentality of these particular seafarers and all the things, whether he is fit to work on these ships, whether he's mentally fit and all the things. Physically fitness to you can get it from these doctors, but mentally fit is more important, that whether he will work for another 6 months or 9 months in the long ships and all the things. So this is what is there. They have to, if they wanted to have this shipbuilding, they wanted to go in some RPSL, setting up any company and all the things, then they should learn to how to manage this RPSL business and all that, how it is there. So these are some, they have to adapt to the changes. They embrace new technologies and evolving practices, shaping offshore maritime roles. There are so many roles are there for the seafarers. They, as I told you, they can do anything. They can, even if they wanted to give the lectures and all, they should have the teaching capacity to deliver the lectures and all the things. So they can join any technical institutions, training institutions, and give the training to the seafarers with their actual experience, what they have learned in during the shipbuilding and sea service and all the things. Then leverage programs, then they should have training, placements, entrepreneurships, welfare initiatives offered by the recognized bodies and all the things. If they are interested in definitely providing the welfare to the seafarers, looking after the welfare, they can join the welfare organizations. I'm also one of the Chief Administrative Officer, Seafarers Welfare Fund Society. We are providing the welfare to the seafarers and their families and all the things. So they can get the job over there and all the things. Then they should stay connected with the engage of professional networks, alumni groups, and the mentoring opportunities got available. Then they can begin skill mapping, financial preparation, and career planning well before retirement and all the things, or leaving the seafaring profession. So if they have decided, then at least prior to that, they should learn the skills and all the things, so they can get a better job. The shipping seafarers has no limits. They can work anywhere, whether it is a shipping company, shipping industry itself, or after other than ship industry and all the things. There are a lot of opportunities for them and all the things. They can definitely work it. And they are the medically fit persons. They are mentally fit persons and all that. So they can work in any environment with any company. But they should be willing to learn. I said, okay, normally what happen after 6 months or 9 months service, they take the break for another 6 months, and then they join another company and all the things. So when they are assured, they should not expect that, okay, यहाँ पे मैंने भी ज्वाइन कर लिया तो मेरे को भी यहाँ पे 6 महीने के बाद मुझे छुट्टी चाहिए, 3 महीने की छुट्टी चाहिए, बाद में मैं वापस आऊंगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. So when they are assured and all the things, they have to devote their full time, at least as a regular worker, to that particular company or particular industry, whatever job, role of job they are choosing it and all the things. Next. The skill development and education. This is actually what happens. Because we are providing the welfare facilities to the seafarers, supporting in skill development, education, collaboration, etc. We have got so many welfare facilities, but these are skill development and education facilities. We are presently having it for the seafarers' children. Okay, we are encouraging the seafarers' children to come into this field, so that they are interested to join this particular seafaring profession and continue in this profession. So we are encouraging their children to join this seafaring profession, and we are providing some financial assistance to the seafarers, for those who join this seafaring profession, for their children and daughters, whether it's a child or son or daughter. We are providing this. In addition to there's a pre-sea training course completion and all the things, we are also providing to encourage the seafarer children to further study, higher studies and all the things. So we are providing the financial assistance to the children who they get a postgraduate degree or diploma, so that they are better qualified and they can get the best job in this industry and all the things other than maritime industry. Then we got welfare schemes. We are having a death on board welfare scheme is there, where the seafarer expires on board. We are providing the immediate assistance to the seafarers. Then off duty, अगर किसी की मौत हो जाती है, if somebody dies off duty after 24 months of the last sign of death also, we are providing a financial assistance to the next of kin to the seafarers. Then there is an invalidity benefit scheme is there. Suppose somebody is invalidated, completely incapacitated for the seafaring profession after the sign of right? Then also we are providing some assistance to the seafarer himself and all the things. Then there is a old age benefit. After completion of 65 years, we are providing a lump sum amount to the seafarer up to 50,000 rupees. Then there is a family benefit scheme is there. Then there is a maternity benefit scheme is there for the female seafarers. We are providing the maternity financial assistance to the female seafarers. Then we are providing a meritorious award to the seafarer, children of the seafarers who tops the university and all the things, financial assistance to the seafarers. Then we have got old age benefits is there, invalid capacity. And then we are also now looking after for the considering for giving the insurance cover for the seafarers, whether they are onshore or offshore and all the things. But it is under working, we are working out the outflow and all the things, and accordingly will be coming out very soon and all the things. We are talking with some insurance experts for developing such policy. So as soon as that also comes, then we'll be launching that particular policy very soon, provided the budget approves us and all the things. Then for the retired seafarer support, we are planning to, during the 75 years and above, we're there and all the things. So we have provided during this Amrut Mahotsav Kal period, we have provided one financial assistance to the retired seafarers who completed 75 years, as well as to the widows of the seafarers also. We have honored them by providing some one-time financial assistance. So these are some of the welfare schemes which are run by the SWFS. Then there's welfare and well-being initiatives. We have been trying to reach to the seafarers through our what is called is some program outreach programs. Lastly, we just in the month of August, 21st August, we have one program in SEDCO where we have conducted one program RPSL and welfare seafarers welfare and in the SEDCO. And a lot of response we got it from the shipping companies, RPSL companies, as well as the seafarers who those attended, and they have spread this our welfare schemes to them. Then we are also trying to reach to the seafarers outreach in the villages or the cities, major cities and the MMTs, where major examination centers are there, where the seafarers gatherings are there and all the things. So we'll be providing those welfare schemes, we'll be reaching out to the seafarers through our this kind of outreach programs. Then there are seafarers welfare infrastructure facilities, because SWFS being not only for the welfare of the seafarers, but also those who are working on it on the ships and all the things. So we are now upgrading the welfare clubs which are available in the port areas for these active seafarers, those who are working on the ships and all the things during the unloading operation period and all the things, those who can avail those facilities, welfare facilities during that particular operational period from these clubs and all the things. So for them upgradation, we are funding this capital expenditure and the renovations and to make those clubs at the international standard levels so that they can be take these facilities. Not only the Indian, but also the other seafarers also can take these facilities of these clubs and all the things.
Mr. Bolkar, we are a little short of time.
No, sir.
Maybe...
No, sir, it's over. This was the last slide and all the things. This was actually what this one schemes we are implementing so far. I just wanted to take this opportunity to know this, because so many seafarers are there joining this webinar and all the things. So they will also come to know. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And one profession which you did not probably refer to was politics. Six US presidents had a naval background. They served in the Navy. So Navy seafaring is similar. Of course, in India, not many seafarers have taken to politics, but this is also probably could happen in future.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I would request now Professor Murli to give a short background to what we are doing at IIT Madras and what is our endeavor from this MBA program that we have launched in digital maritime and supply chain. Professor Murli, is he there? Professor Murli, you are muted. Okay, he may come back again. I think he got busy. So now I'll invite Hazra Saab Sabyasachi Hazra Sahab to give a. I mean, he has seen all the seafaring side and the shore side, both the sides very well. So you could give your experience of how various captains that you have seen in your long career who have transitioned from the seaside to the shore side and what all they have to do to really do this transition.
Thank you, Ramesh. I
Huh.
hope I'm clearly audible.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, firstly, at the outset, I thank you and all other organizers for inviting me to this webinar, which is on a very, very interesting topic. You see, unlike in our time, unlike in our generation, where we were not so much concerned about the work-life balance, the present generation is extremely concerned about their work-life balance. So that is why I feel that, upfront, one must come out with various opportunities that a seafarer has after serving on board the ship for, whatever may be the time period, to join shore jobs. Because today the seafarers do not normally join the, seafaring career with an idea of being a lifelong sailor, which was earlier the case with many. So I think just to attract the youth to the seafaring profession, it is very, very important for it to be known as to what are the various opportunities. Of course, we heard a very, very detailed presentation from our colleague from Director General of Shipping, outlining various opportunities. But I would say that one most traditional route possibly was not clearly mentioned. You see, in earlier days, a master mariner or a chief engineer, having served for a few number of years, had an opportunity to come ashore in the same shipping company as superintendents, as marine superintendent, engineering superintendent. Now, that was not very clearly mentioned. Of course, I must admit that those opportunities are quite limited, because obviously in a shipping company, you have only just a few openings for the marine superintendents and technical superintendents. But at least, that was the most traditional way that a seafarer used to normally come on a shore job. Today, as we know, Indian economy, as of course our good friend Shyam Jagannathan, the Director General of Shipping himself mentioned, today India is the fastest growing major economy. It's already the fourth largest economy in the world. And in a matter of couple of years, we hope that we become just the number 3 behind USA and China. And then going forward, I am very optimistic that, in about maybe a few decades, we'll definitely become the number 2 behind China, because by then China will definitely overtake USA. And then finally, by the turn of the century, I do hope India becomes once again the number 1 economy in the world. Because as we all know, if we just go back maybe 200 years, India was not only the number 1 economy then, but India continued to be number 1 economy in the world for nearly a millennium. For nearly 1,000 years, India was the number 1 economy in the world. Of course, that all changed with India becoming dependent, and then again from the time of independence, and particularly in the current scenario, India is really becoming a very, very important economy in the whole world. And when it comes to maritime, firstly, India has a tremendous maritime heritage. We are also proud of it. And of course, once again, India is really putting a lot of emphasis on the blue economy, a lot of emphasis on the maritime and logistics. So India is really trying to, again, get back to its, I would say, very deserved, position of a maritime superpower. Because after all, it's only the country in the whole world after which an ocean has been named. So, of course, we can all be very proud that there is an Indian Ocean, but there is no other ocean in the world which is named after any other country. So, basically, as we all acknowledge that seafarers are the backbones or the heartbeats of the shipping industry, So it is very important that seafarers are given their due recognition, and they are given all the opportunities, because as I said, today's seafarers, they don't like to be seafaring for all their lives. So they have to have many opportunities. And as I said, I mean, in my experience, the most traditional one was as superintendent. But you asked me about my friends. I have had so many of my master mariner and engineering friends who have become entrepreneurs. They have set up their, not only maritime consultancy, but they have set up so many different companies in so many different industries. Because after all, the seafarers develop one particular skill, which is almost unparalleled. Ships, most of the time, are on the high seas. So they do not have any shore support. So if something goes wrong, then they have to be, really, really, mentally and physically agile to address the problem and solve it with very limited resources available on board. So this makes them, this equips them with some special skills which possibly developed in any other profession. They can be in a situation with very limited facilities, but they develop that special skill to deal with the challenges in such situation. So that is why they are really looked after. Firstly, of course, one particular in the shipping itself, in the maritime industry itself, one particular, I would say, subset of that is the ship management companies. And ship management companies traditionally all over the world, they are primarily, governed by the ex-seafarers and particularly the master mariners. This has been the case all over the world, be it in Manila, which is still one of the most important hub for the ship management companies, or be it in Mumbai, or be it anywhere, Hong Kong, anywhere else. If you look at ship management companies, most of them are always, their CEOs, their chairman, most of the time they are either a master mariner or more often than not master mariners, but sometimes also from the engineering profession. Similarly, of course, there are these surveyors. There are literally, thousands and thousands of surveyors all over the world. They are again mostly from the ex-seafaring community. Then, of course, we have now very well-known maritime legal professionals who are mostly, again, erstwhile master mariners. They have developed that, legal acumen. They have studied law, and they have become very, very successful maritime lawyers. You have so many examples of that. Then master mariners also have set up so many maritime media companies. Our very good friend, Captain Kamal Chadda, Vivek Vandarkar. Again, so many of them, Captain Viren Mishra, Captain Shaukat Mukherjee, so many of them. Then another field which is attracting a lot of talents, both from the navigation side as well as from the engineering side, is the digital space. I see more and more ex-seafarers setting up digital company, particularly for maritime and logistics sector. Because after all, today the world is changing so fast, the technology is changing so fast, that without digitalization, without AI, without robotics, without all that, no company can expect to, grow, let alone grow, can expect to even survive. So that is another space where we find more and more opportunities. But basically, I would say in one sense, maritime profession is no exception. Today, as we say very, very, often, that today almost all the industries are knowledge industries. So to remain active in any industry, you have to continuously self-develop yourself. Whatever you have studied, whatever you have done in past is not good enough. You have to continuously upgrade yourself. You have to continuously keep connected to whatever is happening all over the world in any particular industry. And you have to keep on networking. In business, networking is absolutely essential. So in these aspects, I would say maritime profession is no exception. They're just like any other profession. And definitely, as far as maritime profession is concerned, I think today the opportunities are enormous, absolutely enormous. Shipbuilding, India today is giving so much of emphasis on shipbuilding. But again, it's not only naval architects, but erstwhile master mariners, erstwhile marine engineers, they can serve shipbuilding industry really well with their wealth of knowledge about the ship and the shipping technology. They can really serve the shipbuilding industry also very well. So basically, after all, there are, as we say, there are main three verticals in a shipping industry. Shipping per se, shipping itself, that is, ship owning, ship chartering, and everything connected in that particular vertical. Then we have the port and terminal, where again we have so many of our good friends from the seafaring community. I mean, serving. I mean, they are really distinguished terminal managers. So many of them, erstwhile master mariners, erstwhile chief engineers, and the third is shipbuilding. These three are the main three verticals. But along with that, it comes, of course, the ship management and ship crewing, because as again Shyam has mentioned, that while India owns barely 1% of the world tonnage, it is somewhere around 18th, I think, in terms of the ship registration and things like that. But we provide more than 12% of seafaring personnel to the world. And as again it was mentioned in their presentation, we aspire to provide up to 20%. Now, some people may think that this is not very realistic, but I definitely don't agree, because we have, and just a ballpark figure, I don't have the exact figures, but I think we have about 16% of the world population. But then, our demography is in our favor. While we may have 16% of the world population, but if you look at the working population, that means people between, I would say, let's say 18 or 20 to about 65, then that 16% will jump at least to, double of that. I think we have the youngest population amongst all the major countries. So that is something which is tremendously in our favor. Our language skill, of course, in India, English is given a lot of emphasis, and English is the only, shipping language all over the world. So I think this, 20% or even beyond that is very much should be within our reach. And after all, while we are so low in the pecking order in terms of shipping tonnage, in terms of shipbuilding capacity and shipbuilding tonnage, we are way up there for the seafaring. So definitely that is another aspect where I think the seafarers can look towards so many opportunities in the ship management and ship manning industry going forward. I mean, they don't need to be sailing for all the time. They can definitely join ship management companies, ship manning companies. And if they really try to develop themselves, they keep on doing the self-development, I think the logistics industry is, again, India is trying to place itself, as a supply chain, and logistics supply provider. I mean, the service provider to the whole world. So there again, there should be tremendous opportunities for the, seafaring community to come and join the logistics industry. So I think today the seafarers have tremendous opportunities beyond their seafaring career. And I think there should be no doubt in anyone's mind that, in case the family requirements, their own mental makeup, do not allow them to keep on selling beyond a certain time, then they will get stranded. Another very important aspect, earlier, I'm not talking of the engineering department, that was in any case all the time they were engineering graduates. But earlier the master mariners were not considered as graduates. You can say that was an irony, because after all, the master mariners fully deserved all the time to be considered at least as graduates. So today that has been addressed. That problem has been addressed. Most of the universities consider the master mariners, and in any case, we now have even degree course. But even if someone doesn't go through the route of the degree course, even if they are just cadets and then become master mariners, they are considered as, I mean, equivalent to graduates. So that's where, because many shore opportunities require a person coming ashore in certain executive role to be at least a graduate. So that problem has been fully addressed by the shipping industry, and with the help of the educational institutions, we have made sure that doesn't remain a hurdle for the seafaring community. So I think these are my initial discussions. I did not have any presentations or anything. I thought just joining as a panel in case there are questions. I am fully prepared to answer them. So I think I hope as initial comments this should suffice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Hazraji. Now we have Professor Murli, who will give a short speech. Yeah, Professor Murli, maybe you can discuss about our MBA program and how that is helping.
Yeah, thanks, Ramesh. Am I audible?
Yes, very much. Yeah.
Okay. I am extremely pleased to be here. I see hundreds of participants in the audience. Also, esteemed panelists, my colleagues from other domains are there. So, I mean, the focus of IIT Madras and NTCPWC with respect to seafaring community is to create avenues by them. They can upgrade themselves and qualify for and attain better qualifications. We are in the process of creating several certification programs. However, the program which has already been made last year, due to the continuous efforts of IIT Madras and Mr. Ramesh Shingal over the last 2 years, is the Digital Maritime Supply Chain MBA. It's a very special program, one of its kind in the world. It focuses on building management skills in graduates with some experience in the maritime domain, either on land side or sea side. So that way, we see that this will be a game-changing course for the entire community. Mainly taking off from the fact that most consultants is working in the shipping ministry, shipbuilding sector, or having a general exposure, general MBA. And with exposure to the field and exposure to the problems and domain knowledge in the field, we feel that we would have better professionals in the consulting field with the MBA qualification. That was the intention of creating this program. So the ministry, when we discussed this in the ministry, also in the National Shipping Board, this program had a huge support from the entire community, administrative community of the domain. And we aim to, and when we developed the program, we kept in mind that this program should be one program where the seafaring community should benefit out of it, given the disadvantage that they are in, that this program should be able to provide them better qualifications while they are in the job, while they are sailing away from home and in the high seas. And therefore, we made the program as a completely online program. If we made it as a physical program, there would be several bottlenecks in terms of capacity, in terms of availability, in terms of space problems, etc. So we therefore developed this as a fully online program where there are several immersion programs that take place in the campus. We provide the program in a way that they can take the program in online mode. And even if they are not able to attend live classes, they will be able to go through the lectures and make themselves familiar with the subject and the content of the course, and eventually get qualified to earn an MBA program. So that is the intention with which this was made. I would be leaving soon, but any questions related to this you can address, Ramesh. So the program is composed of several courses, taught courses, also several elective courses in digital domain, AI domain, and supply chain domain, etc. We also cover marine law and marine policy, etc. And one of the aspects of the program is iMaritime will be arranging transformative projects with their industry linkage and connect. And with that, they will be able to get first-hand exposure to the management skills that are required through solving different problems along with the industry. So these are all the highlights of the program. And as an institution, we are happy that we are able to support the initiatives of the Government of India and the digital shipping to a great extent in complementing in this kind of complementing in floating this kind of programs and making it feasible for people to attend it while they are at work. So the program is requiring the professionals to have a degree or equivalent with a minimum 2 years of experience in the maritime domain. With that, we will be able to perform a selection and then provide possible admission to the applicants. So any further questions? I don't think I'll be able to stay back, Ramesh. You can address the questions on behalf of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
and
you.
All the very best for everybody in the panel and in the audience. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Murli. That was really good, synopsis of the MBA program that IIT Madras, along with iMaritime, we have launched that. So now I'll request Commodore Nagpal, who was former Chairman Managing Director of Goa Shipyard. We have over the few months, we've become very good friends as well. And he has been supporting the program as for interviewing a lot of candidates and and on the shipbuilding is one area. Shipping and shipbuilding is sort of are getting linked. For us to grow our tonnage in shipping, we have to grow in shipbuilding as well. So how seafarers could contribute to this emerging industry, which can become tenfold in 5 years from now, especially the commercial shipbuilding, and may grow very big in time to come. Is Commodore Nagpal, you may give some insights. You may have worked with many seafarers or even naval people. I mean, you yourself has been in Navy. So I don't distinguish between naval officers and seafarers. I mean, to me, they are the same, except that one runs the defense ships, another runs a commercial ship. So to me, they are the same community. So what has been your experience and, personal experience? You've been a naval person and then coming as an engineer and heading the shipyard. Over to you.
Thank you, Ramesh, and thank you for the organizers and other panel members for inviting me. Well, Ramesh said that, I have been interviewing some of the candidates for MTech program. And my experience has been, there were a lot of seafarers who were coming for this course actually. And we definitely asked them, what is the reason why you want to change and what are you looking from this program, etc. And I really found that what Mr. Hazara brought out, that they all look for, after certain years, they look for balance in life, work-life balance, and they want to they want to come and settle outside. But then, definitely after serving for so many years at sea, these people, in terms of technical expertise, in terms of a chief engineer, or in terms of marine master mariner, the kind of leadership expertise of running a ship is huge. I mean, as more than 12% of the people we supply as seafarer, it itself speaks that the leadership qualities of these people and the technical expertise is not doubtable. So taking that into view and seeing their requirement, I was just trying to search on internet how many people in a year, try to come to the shore. And I found nearly 1,000, seafarer, they try to come to the shore appointments and they want to settle in the shore jobs. My prime experience have been in shipbuilding industry. I was heading the design department in Indian Navy and subsequently, of course, Goa shipyard. So I will see more from point of view of how shipbuilding industry can support these seafarers, and knowing that the government initiatives are so much, as brought out by most of you, that we just have 1% today, and we want to be around 5% in 2030, and we want to be the world's top 5 shipbuilding nations in 2047. And government has taken so much, a lot of initiative in this direction. You must be reading most of these newspapers. A lot of foreign companies are now willing to collaborate with Indian company to come up. In fact, I was reading today's Economic Times. There also it was mentioned about Japanese and the Koreans. The government has also made a stimulus package of around close to 70,000 crore. And to meet these initiatives of Maritime India Vision 2030 and PM Gati Shakti. Now, these initiatives focus on financial aid, shipyard capacity inspection to 4.5 million gross tonnage by 2030. Green shipbuilding technology is another area which, of course, is a very big area now coming up, with number of ports particularly becoming hub for hydrogen, India exporting ammonia, and this is also a great opportunity. Then skill development, particularly in all these areas, policy reforms to strengthen domestic production and reduce reliance on imports. Now, defense shipbuilding itself is growing in a very big way. India plans to expand its naval fleet of warships and submarines by 2035, and you will be surprised to know 55 vessels are currently under construction and proposal for additional 74 vessels. Ship repair itself has a huge potential. India currently holds only 1% of the global 12 billion market. So the government aims to elevate India's in ship repair industry, as you have seen in top 10 globally by 2030. So the key drivers for this are government stimulus, strategic location, expanding domestic and international maritime trade, increasing defense expenditure, boost to indigenous manufacturing, innovation in green and digital shipbuilding, expansion of related port and transport facility. Now, how does shipbuilding, how does a seafarer, come to a shipbuilding industry, what it can contribute? So if you see the shipbuilding value chain, the first thing is, of course, the requirements. What a owner wants, the type of ship he wants, he gives the requirement. And today, I am pretty sure every owner who owns the ships needs the expertise of operator or needs the expertise of a seafarer to actually finalize and formalize his requirements. A lot of time I have seen, even if a small ferry craft, 300 passenger ferry craft someone needs, he looks for a seafarer to advise him what kind of ship he should look, what kind of engine he should look, what kind of maintenance pattern should be there, and what kind of speed he should have. So it's a big area where expertise are not so readily available in the country, or they are, we need seafarer on this, on the basic requirement definition. Then subsequently comes the design. There are various design organizations in the country, and the kind of expertise our seafarers has in terms of selection of engine, selection of machinery, selection of auxiliary machinery, selection of power generation and distribution, propulsion system as a whole. And these experienced people can give a very big contribution to all these designers. And I can only tell you, some of the speakers have already spoken before me. Today, world is moving towards autonomous vessels. In fact, not only after these wars, you must have seen that even armed forces are particularly more on towards autonomous, kind of platforms which are coming up in a, big way with period of time. So the biggest thing is upskilling of a seafarer along with these new technologies which are coming. And they are coming in different forms. The development is in different forms. Sometimes it's a joint venture. Sometimes there are a lot of innovation For example, programs of universities. IIT Madras itself has a huge incubation center where people, these kind of people, seafarers, are required to put in their experience with the people who have high-end technology, who are research-minded. When they go to the market, they really lack is what the market, they really lack is knowledge of market, and where these mentors come into picture, where these seafarer comes into picture. Now, the next question comes is, as you go up the value chain of ship design, shipbuilding, is manufacturing. Now, today we have defense PSUs. We have, of course, one of the big PSUs under Ministry of Shipping also. I mean, fortunately, the orders are pretty good with most of the defense PSUs. And they all, most of the PSUs have entry level at assistant engineer or engineer trainee. But of late, there has been a lot of entry at lateral level when you need very experienced people in between. That's where a lot of these people can come in at lateral level and join PSUs with their experience. They are not only used in, installation, commissioning, trials of machinery, equipments, and you'll be surprised to know today most of the shipyards are integrators, and most of the work is subcontracted, and most of these subcontracted work goes to MSMVs. There is enough opportunities today, particularly on shipbuilding sector, the way government is planning to bring in clusters for them to become entrepreneurs. And the kind of support they get today from the government, there is tremendous support from the states and government, and they would be the right people to become entrepreneurs, because mostly because of their sea tenures, they are financially better off than the on shore, some of the work on shore, and they are in a better position to come as entrepreneurs in these, supporting these shipyards in terms of a lot of work, in terms of whether it is installation, commissioning, harbor acceptance trials, sea acceptance trials. So I see a huge, area where they can come up in shipbuilding industry. Now, coming to the remaining part, that is what I told, that they have enough scope in coming into IRS, ABS as a surveyors in surveying agency. Most of the area has been covered by I think most of the speakers, that which are the various areas. I'll not go into that, but I feel there is a tremendous scope for them in future in Indian market to come and settle and grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Commodore Nagpal. I think shipbuilding is going to be an exponential growth in India, and seafarers definitely can join this growing industry. It's a mutually beneficial to both the industry as well as, because currently the industry is really looking to trained manpower, and they don't have adequate number of people who are trained to. I mean, if it becomes tenfold, then obviously many of the seafarers can man different positions in the shipbuilding industry. Now I'll invite Mr. Muralidharan, K. Muralidharan. He is a stalwart in the ports and the logistics sector. And he has worked almost 35 years at very, very senior positions, including CEO positions in Karaikal Port, as well as the entire Andhra Pradesh maritime boards, visioning, and they are coming up with 4 new greenfield ports. So he has been responsible for all the policy making and really making Andhra Pradesh as a port powerhouse. I mean, they are next to now Gujarat. So he will give his experience of these 2 sectors and how seafarers have contributed. He has worked with many seafarers in the past, and he will touch upon our maritime MBA course also. So over to you, Mr. Muralidharan.
Thank you, Ramesh. Namaskar, Haja sir.
Namaskar.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Your blessings, sir. Thank you very much. So, gentlemen, good evening. start with a small saying. When a ship sails, it is not just the cargo that moves across the oceans. It is the knowledge, discipline, and also the leadership that travels with it. Seafarers embody these values. As the shipping industry evolves, there is an equally important journey waiting for you in the shore when you guys come back, when you intend to come back, when you want to come back. So this is how I want to start. That what you guys are doing is great, and we all know the contributions have been so good in every way, every respect. As a manager for the port for so many years, I've had the seafarers, the captain, the chief engineers, both sides, from the ship side as well as working with me. I must have appointed at least 20 captains and chief engineers at various high senior levels in various ports I've worked with. So I think there is a great opportunity. So you have what you have learned and what you have been doing in terms of knowledge, in terms of discipline, in terms of leadership. All this, with the IIT Madras MBA in Digital Maritime course, this particular course can be the compass for your journey from sea to shore, from an officer to the manager, from a practitioner to the leader. So you need some tool. You need a compass for giving you direction. I think this particular supply chain course, this particular digital maritime and supply chain course will serve as that particular medium. So let us recognize what you guys do. You have operated in world's toughest and most regulated environments. You understand the cargo, you understand the weather, you understand machinery, you understand people, often under enormous pressure. You have first-hand exposures to international trade, compliance, to regulations. You have learned everything. And these skills cannot be taught in classroom. They are earned on deck. What this program does is to sharpen those skills and with business, digital knowledge, and strategic knowledge. These three things will come through this course. And in the past, the ports used to be different. Port used to be Hazara, and we are, I think I'm not in the same this one, but we learned from him and we know from the past how it has transformed in the last 40 years, which I've been in this business. We were doing 100 million tons. Now we are doing almost 900 million tons in Indian ports. And how things have changed, how mechanization has happened, how the port drafts have increased, how the spectrum has increased. So ports and shipping today are no longer just loading and unloading point. They are about strategy, they are about digitization, they are about sustainability, and they are about global competitiveness. And all this you need. You're almost there. You need to just brush up. Typically earlier days used to say that you go to France for doing this finishing course or something. So this is like finishing course you guys need to come for a short job. That's what I believe. But again, when there's an opportunity, there is a challenge. And the challenge you have to again pass through to a proper course like what we are offering here. While infrastructure has grown rapidly in the port system, we are not finding leaders. We are not finding suitable leaders. We don't have CXO level. We don't have second level people. And even if we have somebody in different spectrum, we bring them. Adani today, for example, has most of their CEOs from different fraternity, from cement, from steel, from power. And they come and they get trained in the subject matter after coming to the port. But all you guys can come well versed with the subject knowledge, subject matter knowledge, and just have to finish this other knowledges that you may require to actually practice in the port is what this course gives. Leadership gaps in the port, we probably have somebody like you very well take care of it. We need people in trading desk. We need people in insurance. We need people in ESG compliance. And of course, digital supply chain that is coming big time. Your CE experience also gives you credibility. And this MBA makes you actually boardroom ready. The career transformation which we feel I'm just reading out some points here. The program that you can do is port and terminal leadership, both in planning, in operation, and strategy. In trading and chartering, you can convert your cargo knowledge into commercial expertise. In marine insurance and risk management, you can take care of P&A club representative role, underwriting roles, and claims, especially in the claim side. In sustainability and ESG, helping ports and companies meet decarbonization goals. All of us have serious decarbonization goal that can be added to people like you with your background experience. And again, the most important, here I have to now go back to and tell you about a little bit about this course. This course is not a regular MBA. This is a techno-commercial MBA where you learn about post-digitization scenario in the logistics and maritime sector. What is digitization? Digitization is a series of things that's going to happen. We are going to convert our port into smart port. We are going to convert our port, of course, green port is part of the smart port. We are going to convert our logistics into smart logistics or digitization of logistics. We are going to convert every aspect of our operations, every aspect of our maintenance, every aspect of our bookkeeping into a digital format. So this course takes you through AI, ML, IoT. Don't worry about this term. This terminology is difficult to hear about, but you'll go through. I'm sure all of you can learn this fast and come back. And this will make you future ready. Now there may be 200 concessions in this country. We have 200 concessions. 200 concessions require at least 1,000 senior people. There are 1,000 senior people running various ports. There are maybe 5,000 senior people running various port user companies. There are maybe 10,000 senior people running port interests, that is exporters, importers, traders. So we are talking about a pyramid where we need to replace or train about 10 to 15,000 people who are managing ports and logistics in our country, maybe 20,000, to have this future knowledge of how the world will be after digitization. This particular thing will come from this course. Whether it's blockchain or data analytics or supply chain digitization, all this can come only through something like this. I will not take much time. I'll have to just say a few things. In particular, you come to port, expect satisfaction in your work. Go to logistics speed, expect satisfaction in the work, just like you are satisfied in doing work in the port or in a ship. Same thing you expect in the shore. And with additional knowledge, you feel happy because you're doing something which is very, very important, post-digitization management of the ports, and also fill up the gap between one side to the other side. So this is what we expect you to go learn and be empowered with after this course. And let me end with a small example. When I get ETA, expected time of arrival of a ship, I have 20 people notified. And all these 20 people are 20 interests. And each of the guys are having a requirement of at least 5 senior people. So 100 people are interested in arrival of one ship. We notify 100 people indirectly when a new ship comes. So that many people are required in this field, especially after digitization scenario. All these people should be enabled with better knowledge. So port, whether it's port development, port in where you can be a dredging master, a dredging super, or you can advise in port design, you can advise in navigation, and after port, in the operation side, in the marine side, where you can be helping the movement of the ship, or in the next side, in the operations of the port itself, O&M for the engineers, electrical engineers, and for the deck side people. So there is a lot of job, whether it's port or port services, trading, and I believe the salaries now is quite good, and the migration from that side to this side, it's not as difficult as it used to be in the earlier days. And I think this is a good opportunity. Please take this opportunity and attempt to, if you're interested to come to shore, this is the right way to come in. That's what is my belief. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Hadra sir.
Thank you, Ms. Muralidharan. You've given a very good view from the ports and the logistics side. And we have our last speaker. We're running short of little time. Captain Pawan Gupta. He is an LNG expert. And he has been an entrepreneur after doing transition from the seafaring side. So he'll give you his first-hand understanding of how, I mean, from a personal experience, how was this transition and what is he doing now and for the future the seafarers both on the engineering side as well as master mariner like him, what advice he has. Yeah, he was there with us as a panelist in our last webinar also. So in the last moment I have again pulled him in. I thought his practical insights of personal experiences will also, again, this group also it will help. So, Captain Pawan Gupta, you could.
Thank you, Rameshji. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for inviting me again. And respectful Hajraji and other panelists. So again, it's a good sort of, platform to advise all the people who are trying to be what we did around, I will say now 2002. So 23 years ago for me. So just to give you my background, so I connect well for all the people. I am 87, 90, first BSc batch. So we were the first BSc guys of deck side who came ashore. Before it was a graduate. It was a just like a diploma course. So we were lucky to be the first BSc nautical science batch. And after that, of course, we all had to join Indian company. So I joined Great Eastern, but the market just opened up very well. And so I joined Norges. And then after Norges, so I was also very lucky to start on gas carrier since very beginning from 91 onwards. And then continued my journey on gas carriers throughout, joining, Maersk in between, then Exmar, then Anglo-Eastern, through Anglo-Eastern Nigerian LNG. And then I made a move ashore in 2002. So how did I make my first move? To tell you very frankly, like I always had this desire to be doing things little different. Okay, so when 36 of my batchmates joined SCI, I joined Great Eastern. So it's came from the very beginning. When the whole lot joined all type of ships, I joined gas carriers. Okay, so and we were lucky that the promotions were fast. We were very fast chief officers. Of course, it took us time to become masters, but even from that point of view, we were faster. That at the age of 29, 23, we could become chief officer, and 29 we could master. So 90s, what I will say, was a very good time for seafaring industry. And but of course, we didn't have too many seafarers that time. The whole market actually opened up in post 2000 when so many institutes came up. In our time, there were only 4 or 5 of those. Rajendra, Chanakya, Rahman, SCI, MTI, like that. Yeah. So the first thing which I think probably worked in my favor is that when I was a chief officer, that particular time I did some sort of a shore assignment for one company. It was actually building a LPG terminal in India, and as a chief officer, I was invited to actually come and participate in the safety aspects of the terminal. It was at Porbandar, and I happily did. And I learned a lot. When you are a 24, 25-year-old chief officer and you are given a call to go at the terminal and deal with all the terminal people, give them the lecture on safety, because finally we find out that we actually have a very good understanding of safety than the shore people, which we come as part of our training and working. And then, so, it actually opens up your eyes. So the very first advice which I give to everyone, including the people here, is that if you really want to come ashore, during your leave period, okay, 15, 20 days, 1 month, enjoy, whatever parties you want to have, complete your sleep cycle, whatever you want to do. But after that, open up for, doing some work, either for your own company or some other company. Be open, reach out, update your LinkedIn account and tell them that, okay, I'm open for some projects or something. even if without money, even if you have to work without money, because it's the experience you are getting, it's the knowledge you will be getting, and just do some work. And actually the TMSA, tanker management self-assessment, actually promotes this. It tells the company that if a chief officer or a second engineer is working ashore during in between his sailing period, is actually adds on to his knowledge. It also gives a good like a feedback to the company, back to the company, because the sailing staff going in, sitting in the office, so there is a good sort of understanding each other's expectation. So that's a very first aspect which I actually experienced it by chance. I still thank Captain Karkare for allowing me to this part, and Captain Sood, that those times. And then of course I had a little bit of a business side of it, and when I was a chief officer, I started some business activity, and it was into earthwork and mining. And but of course, I was following all the principles of how a job, a disciplined way it is done in shipping. So trying to implement those procedures, those logbooks, discipline, everything into those with the JCB machines, dumpers, and all that. It worked a little bit, but of course there was a lot of opposition as well. But yes, it continued. The second thing I think which is very important, I will tell you with my experiences, ki lage raho, don't quit. Mhm. Don't quit. Agar even if there are like losses or there are some setbacks, you have to continue. There is a period of 1,000 days. If you can cross that 1,000 days in any business, you will be successful. Okay, or even any job. Yeah. So when I say so, in job also, if you join any company or something, don't quit so early, or don't try to change so fast, because initial period is all for learning. So the focus should be that continue in that particular position or in that whatever activity you are doing. And then, of course, I was lucky also that particular time gas carriers, we had 4 on 4 off. So I could focus both the sides, on the business side and my sailing side also. Luckily, early command as well shifted to gas carriers. Oh, sorry, LNGs. I was already on gas carriers on the LNG side of it. Got a call in Anglo Eastern to join. I was very reluctant to join because that particular time the shore salaries were very low. I was as a master getting 8,000 that time in 2002, and suddenly you have to come ashore for less than $2,000 per month salary. It's like 25% of the salary. That's the third point where most of the guys they think they want to come ashore, but then everybody, as soon as he hears the salary, he's thinking, okay, going back to sea is the best option. Okay. So I think this is where you have to have your priorities clear, what you want. Because as such, if you are earning, suppose $16,000 as a master or a chief engineer, you're working like more like 6 on 6 off. So it is $8,000. On ship, we are working like for 12 to 14, 15 hours. If you divide it by 8 to 10 hours, of course, again, you decide. So, you are actually not at loss, even at 25% or 30% of salary. Okay. Then add on some good value for your family time,
No, see, this number grows. Actually, over 5 years or to 7 years, this will become equal to your, maybe if not
Absolutely.
equal.
Absolutely.
So that's what Devkinandan last time was mentioning, that,
Yes.
though the start may be a little low, but it sort of grows quite a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. So you are absolutely right. So like you will not believe that, and if you are an achiever, if you keep doing well, like normally on ship, we are never sick, we are never, hiding, we are always on time on watches. You follow the same discipline ashore, you will see that every year you will get 25% salary raise. This is what I got at least for my 4 years. And then, of course, I was very lucky again to get a break in Qatar. Qatar's salary is like nearly double up, and then they tend to give you like master salaries ashore. So you are getting master salary even sitting in their office. Okay, but then of course probably my criteria was not too much towards money, and I came back to India. I came as a principal of Anglo-Eastern Maritime Academy. There was a little bit down in the salary, but not so low. Anglo-Eastern pays well. So, so it was good. And, but of course, that was a good step to start something on my own. So 3 years I came back, and then, being a principal was a good this is where I say it was a very good learning experience because managing 500 cadets, 200 staff, out of that 100 are local staff from village, and then managing all the political parties of village, managing the sarpanch and all this, it automatically trains you for the big job. And I also decided to do MBA that time. I did MBA from ITM, Saturday, Sunday classes, though it was a little difficult. But I think it was good to do because you need that sort of, to understand all the financial aspects of a business, which actually I feel MBA teaches you well. And then MBA is also one way I will say good is that you actually interact with all type of people. You have chartered accountants with you, you have a police inspector sitting with you have some IT guys, young, senior, middle age, so all types of people, and it gives you a good perspective of life. Because otherwise we ship people, we have a very tunnel vision. For us, everything is like straightforward. We don't think here and there. So we have to get out of that. It takes time, it takes time for us to get out of those thought process and be more accustomed and more acclimatized to the systems for sure. 2014, I decided to start my business. Of course, suddenly you take a nose dive down on the financial side of it, but you have to make some start somewhere. So I started more into the LNG because LNG I thought was a gap in India. And also it still remains a gap because nobody wants to leave. Everybody getting good $20,000 per month. So it's okay for me. I'm I'm still I can say not many people are there to compete, and it's actually doing well. So I think it's very important that we have to start little early. I see I have responded to few gentlemen, senior masters and chief engineers, 60, 65-year-old. But even I don't want to say that it is too late for them because my senior, Captain JC Anand, is still working. Okay. So if he can work at 102, 103-year-old, 65 is not the age. 65, okay. So you probably don't give too much attention to how much you will get. There are companies ready to pay 12 to 15 lakh rupees per annum without any problem if you take 4 hours to 6 hours of classes, or there is a fleet of four, offshore vessels or two tankers or two bulk carriers. Very easy to, they will be very happy to pay you because you have such a great experience of so many years, and you will be able to identify the problem so fast. By looking at and talking to the guys, you can tell them, okay, this is the problem on your ship, or this is the problem on this. So I think it's very, but then most of us, I think what you guys or a lot of them are making mistakes is how to approach, because so this is where I tell everyone that it's very important to join professional organizations. I can see that IIT has got a great alumni base. Other institutes have great alumni base. So why not? Why not to have? So we have for master mariners and deck officers, CMMI. You have IMEI for engineers. So join them. That's the very first thing anybody should do, and attend their meetings. Now there are so many meetings happening online. Attend their meetings, uh, and participate. There are many projects running. Participate in those projects. Work for free sometime, or work for a very limited piece. So if you give less and less importance to money and more importance to learning, there is no way anybody can stop you. you know so this is the best. And see, for my company, I have got my the core which I follow is decarbonization and digitization. Okay. So I have LNG decarbonization comes with the sector which I am in, and the digitization is where we are leading to learning. So this course on the digitization, or this it's a fantastic thing. It's something new. New generation should focus on it. This is something the big bosses are looking for. If I'm the as a company owner, if I have somebody who has got a MBA in something like this, I'll be very keen to take him. you know you probably will have a little bit better score than the other guys who come with normal, like a chief officer examination or second engineer certificate of competency. But if you have this course, definitely I will have, you will score better in interview, and probably you will get a few lakhs added to your, so I don't know, I think it's 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs, whatever it is. So this 10, 12, 15 lakhs probably you will cover in 3 to 4 years of your initial, and probably this much. So it will give you really a good advantage. So I hope I'm covered a bit, So again, I'm just speaking whatever came to my mind. So if you wish, I showed it last time also. I can show you this time also some points I made, like a top 5, 10 points, which you guys can take, understand, and move forward. I'll just share the screen. So is this there? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just added 1 point this time. So have good saving with 7 to 10 years of sailing. That's very important. Have your own flat at Mumbai, Chennai, or any major port closer. Like very recently, I advised the chief officer in Kerala. He says, कि, "Sir, मुझे shift होना है, आप थोड़ा advice करो." I said, "कहाँ रहते हो? Where do you stay?" मैंने कहा, "Okay, which is the port? Okay, south of Vizhinjam. Be closer to Vizhinjam, many opportunities coming, and probably agency will be coming, many other opportunities will be coming. Focus on learning, do MBA, IRS, DNV is running so many courses, 9,001, 14,001, 45,001 ISO courses, internal auditor course, train the trainer, do all these courses, So these are very important. These are the basic courses you have to do before you even think of stepping ashore. Join a good company in the beginning, very important, because the initial company will give you a good platform, good foundation. Also, as we say in our industry, ethics and discipline are very important. What you like, focus on the subject, whether you are a project guy, you are a multitasker, or you are like, you can only do one thing at a time. So, you have to understand yourself. And also, I can also tell you that even MBA also helps you in identifying these things. So MBA not only teaches you other things, it also sort of will allow you to introspect yourself. Some of the teachers are so good that they will talk to you, and they can sort of guide you that what you should do, what you should not do, or you will understand yourself. Networking, I feel the most important thing. I was very lucky to join Duffer and Rajendra Chanakya, our association, Drasia, since 2002 when I came ashore. And then I joined CMMI, in all the warden positions and everything, set up CMMI Navi Mumbai myself. So, all these things very, very important, as a college alumni group, have good friendship, good circle, have monthly beer session with your friends. Try sticking to one company for some time, as I say, 1,000 days. So that also looks good on your CV. And then if you wish to move on, move on. I know a lot of people, at least in companies like Anglo Eastern and all those big companies, fleet management, guys are sticking 25, 30 years, and then they move out with a good, sort of a shareholding or bonuses. Don't be too comfortable in any job. You have to be, if you are too comfortable, the learning stops. So try to be a bit sort of, you feel it is too comfortable, I think it's time to change the job. Or shift in any other departments. If you are in operations, go to commercial. If you are in commercial, move on to projects, something like that. Have long-term, medium-term, and short-term, medium-term, and long-term planning. Try not to miss family gatherings, children, PTM, marriage anniversary. Very important. This is what you are here for, So quality of working, discipline, ethics, OLQ, officer-like qualities. We are all taught officer-like qualities since our day one, Don't forget that. The way it is important for ships, it is important ashore as well. Keep learning, short courses. I am Ahmedabad, that 1 week course, volunteer for projects, all those things, keep doing it. And I'm sure nobody can stop you. You guys will definitely be very successful. So that's my a bit uh, to this webinar. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Yeah, thank you, Captain Gupta. It was very insightful and from the heart. That's most important. Okay. Hazraji, one thing, you were the first I mean, MBAs in shipping, you and Mr. Rangnecker, Mr. Kothari, and they're from Ahmedabad, you're from Calcutta. So what's your feeling, this MBA and seafaring, combining it? I mean, we're endeavoring, my company and IIT Madras, we've started this course. So what does MBA and shipping and seafarers, if they get MBA before they come on shore, is it really good? What's your feel?
See, MBA is not skill training. MBA broadens your perspective. So definitely, I would say, even if you find that what actually the, queuing theory, transportation, and all those operational research techniques that we learned, I won't claim that I could immediately implement them once I joined SCI. Of course, as you rightly say, Ramesh, I was at the age of 20, I was the very first MBA to have joined SCI. There were seniors, of course. PK, unfortunately, is no more there. Late PK Srivastav, who was my predecessor as chairman managing director. He, of course, was MBA and he joined IOC much earlier. But then, as far as SCI is concerned, I joined earlier, and that's how I'm saying I'm the first MBA. Sudhir was my contemporary. He is from Sudhir Rangnecker, you talked about. He is from IIM Ahmedabad. He is exactly my batch. I am 71-73 batch of IIM Calcutta. He is 71-73 batch of IIM Ahmedabad. But he joined EIL before joining SCI, and he came into SCI after 3 years serving EIL. Similarly, Kamal Kothari, he is 1 year senior to Sudhir, again from IIM Ahmedabad. He is KV Kamath's, contemporary, more or less. No, he's 1 year junior to KV Kamath. Okay. So, Kamal worked for ICICI for 3 years before joining SCI. Of course, you have opened a topic where I feel like, giving 1 or 2 anecdotes. Kamal was in ICICI. He said that when this, advertisement came from SCI for opening as assistant manager, he said that the job in SCI was offering him some 700 or 1,000 rupees higher than the salary that he was getting, package that he was getting at that point of time in ICICI. He says, he told us much later that look at KV. KV, of course, was slightly senior to him, earning some 4 crores, 5 crores. Even, Lalita and Gupte and others, who by then were earning 2 crores, 3 crores, and Kamal was not even earning 30 lakhs. So he said, for that 500,000 rupees, I changed my job, and in the process, what I lost, you just have a look at it. But then public sector never gives you very high salary, but I would say that the kind of platform that private sector provides. I have represented India in ILO, IMO, and so many other, international platforms. I'm sure I could never have done that if I was in a private sector company. So everything has pluses and minuses. There is nothing, absolutely black and white in life. Everything is gray. So basically, I would say that as MBA, if you join a shipping company, as our professors in IIM used to say, don't expect to become the MD within 2 years or 5 years of joining a company. And I must say that, when I joined Shipping Corporation, I did not try to change anything overnight. I learned on the job from my erstwhile colleagues who were not MBAs. They were just general practitioners. And I learned from them and just tried to use my broader perspective being an MBA to see how I can bring in small changes over a period of time. Do not, upset the apple cart. Do not make people feel that you are someone who is superior to them. You must be one of them. You must work with them. And that's how you earn respects. So definitely, I am one person who has gone from the lowest rung of the executive ladder in his SCI to, fortunately, I was blessed being in the right time. I was chairman for a little over 7 years, nearly 7.5 years. So definitely, I have seen that MBA definitely helps you. But at the same time, my advice to anyone who, gains an MBA degree and then comes into this profession, that be patient, do not ever develop a superiority complex. You try to work along with the people, try to, always help your team members, because in a leadership, I would say in a leader, the most important aspect is empathy. Your knowledge, your skill, your expertise, they are all important. But no man can do anything on his own. He has to have a team to achieve anything. And you have to carry your team members always with you. So definitely as MBA, I think it is a great thing to have, MBA, as I said, it broadens your perspective. But at the same time, having earned MBA, do not try to, change anything overnight. That is my advice to anyone, because I would encourage everyone to do MBA. There are so many of them now. The CMMI, IIM Mumbai, they're doing a great course. IIM Ahmedabad. I mean, there are so many now. The Chennai, Kochi, many of them in logistics and maritime now. There are so many different opportunities of doing MBA. And I would strongly encourage, as everyone, every speaker has said, if you want to succeed, you have to continuously self-develop yourself. You have to continuously network. And of course, I have always admired those who have had a, entrepreneurial streak in them, because I have been a professional. I have never been an entrepreneur. So I've always admired the entrepreneurs. So if someone has, the knack of setting up a company and doing something on his own, that's great. Because you are actually providing job opportunities to others. It's all said and done. We have been employees. Even as chairman of a company, I have been an employee. So I have never provided a job. I have interviewed literally hundreds of people and recruited, but that's only as a part of the company, not on my own. So definitely, I have great respects for the entrepreneurs. I wish anyone who is having that entrepreneurial streak all the very best. And as I said, this is a wonderful period for India. Wonderful period. I mean, of course, traditionally also in maritime, India has been always very strong. And as professionals also, Indian professionals, seafaring professionals are considered second to none in the world. They have been respected all along. And even, let's say, even in other fields, like P&I, this was mentioned, P&I. We have had Indian directors of IG Group, IG Group P&I clubs. So that's a great thing. So that Indians have always done well. Of course, as we know, so many Fortune 500 companies today have Indian CEOs. So, but nevertheless, I think the time is just right for India really to now grow by leaps and bounds. No more incremental growth. We should really now take off. What China experienced, let's say 3 decades back, today we should experience, if we can do the reforms, if we can really keep our focus on the right things. I think this is the time when India can really grow. And along with that, of course, the maritime and the maritime professionals, they have all the opportunities to grow. So all the good luck to them. And of course, what Pawan said, he has given such an encouraging thing. I am only 73 now. So of course, it's too much to say that JC works. JC doesn't work anymore. He still guides us a little bit here and there. But nevertheless, at 103, JC is an institution by himself. I mean, he has taken IRS to the full membership of IAX, and then he was very keen to have a Indian P&I club, which has not really taken off. But I do hope it also takes off now. So, and I once again, since his name is mentioned, I always wish him all the sound health so that he can guide the maritime industry for quite a few years in the forward. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I over to Vijay for the question answer session. We have around half an hour to 45 minutes to do that. So we'll select few questions.
Ramesh, I would like to leave just in about 5 minutes. So in case anyone, I don't expect, but in case anyone has any particular question to me, if it is, put up now, I will answer and then I will.
Sure. Sure. Vijay, if there are any questions directed to Hazraji, so, could you do that? Vijay, are you there?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I hope this has been a very interesting session for all of you, and you would have a lot of questions for the panel. So because Hazra sir is just leaving, I would request if anybody has a particular question for him, you can type it out in Q&A section. I can read it out for you guys. So can you guys quickly put the question?
Vijay, can I ask one question to Hazra sir, which will probably answer many people's question?
Yeah, please.
Definitely, sir.
So Hazra sir is an institution by himself, and he was my boss also. So I take some liberty. And let me ask one question, sir. You have been in the board of Adani, board of Karikal, and shipping corporation, of course. What do you think will be immediate job opportunities? And the questions last time we also heard was, how do the seafarers approach and find these jobs? What do you think should be the right way? I can answer to a certain extent, but this answer I thought you should also consider.
No, basically, I would say that there is nothing very special about the maritime industry for your searching jobs. You have to keep on surfing the internet to see the opportunities, to see the advertisements. And then, of course, as I said, it is very, very essential. Of course, I admit straight away that for seafarers being away from shore for so many months, at a stretch, on board the ships, it is difficult. But still, if they can try to have a network built of their friends and others who are already ashore, then that should greatly help to search for jobs. Because after all, it is very, very essential to have that network. If you are trying to search for a job, if you already have contacts in various companies, various industries, then it is that much easier. But at the same time, all these courses that you talked about, Professor Murli talked about, all these courses, these institutions, they also have great placement bureaus and things like that. So anyone doing such courses immediately is in a better position to get job opportunities, because there is such a strong support behind them from the institution to look for jobs for them. So I think these are all very, very essential. And of course, Pawan has given so many tips. So I think if one follows them, and as I said, today is the time when India is growing. Indian maritime is growing. So obviously, in a growing industry, the job opportunities are, that many more. So I think today it is much easier for a seafarers to look for and get a job ashore than what it was 10 years back, 20 years back, and things like that. So that will be my limited answer to your question, unless you have anything specific more which you think I can elaborate on. Otherwise, this is it. And of course, you have named Adani. Today, Adani is by far the biggest port operator in the country. By far the biggest. Of course, if you take all the major ports together, then that's a different aspect. But that is central government. That is the country's government. You can't compare that with any other industrial body. But otherwise, Adani's, they are aspiring to handle 500 million tons, if not this year, by next year. So definitely, they are in a different league as far as, the number two comes so much behind them. So definitely Adani themselves have so many job opportunities.
How does one apply for job in Adani, sir?
No, again, unless there is an advertised job for any particular port, you have to only approach them through your network. There is no other option. I, as you said, I have been on the board of Adani Ports for now more than 10 years. So I have referred people whom I felt that they are definitely, it is worth referring them. I have referred to them. A couple of them have joined Adani's, but otherwise, other than network, I can't see anything else through which you can approach. Specifically, I mean, you named one. So specifically, Adani's, Tata's, they all, I mean, it is again through network, and it's again through your friends and other institutions that you can approach them.
Vijay, any other
So
questions?
Ramesh,
Yeah.
Ramesh, that means you have to form a group or something which will help the people who join this MBA for networking, and maybe we all myself, Hazra sir, all of us are happy to join and help. We know so many people who are working in all the ports, and so that will be the question that would have come anyway. So I thought we'll first address that. Thank you, Ajra sir. Thank you very much.
So I will just add on to this, sir. In shipping, most of the jobs are through networking, and if a vacancy is coming, then it's like there is no point in applying for it because there will be too many people to apply for it. So if you are joining through networking, there are like more than 50% chance of you joining there, and that's what I tell everyone. That first thing you should do is that join CMMI and IMEI. These are two your professional organizations. So first you join, give some, पहले कुछ देना पड़ेगा. You will have to sacrifice your time, your efforts and everything. Then only you expect, like most of the guys will ask, Arey, what is the benefit of joining CMMI? What is the benefit of joining IMEI? Arey, first join, and then those organizations will lead you to all these short jobs and everything, for all the benefits.
Pawan, you have broached a subject which is very close to my heart. Forget about only business, even the social sector. People ask, because I am now involved. I was not involved earlier. Now I am involved, and as far as my club is concerned, at the moment I am the president of a Rotary club. So whenever a person asks, what is there in it for me to join Rotary, I feel extremely irritated. Because I feel that particularly in that sector, you are joining it to give something to the society, not to get something from the society or for yourself. So similarly, CMMI, IMEI, people should join to contribute something to the maritime sector.
Yeah. And they get automatically in return. They get automatically.
Exactly. That return should come automatically, but you should not join it for getting return. You should join it to give your, inputs into that. And I always say this, I can't help, my mentioning once again, that I think maritime industry is almost a unique industry which embraces non-maritime people coming into it wholeheartedly. I have been as you know, I have been an honorary fellow of CMMI. I am an honorary fellow of IMEI. I am not a marine engineer. I am not a master mariner, but they have embraced me. They have really taken me as a part of the industry. So this is the beauty. This is the beauty of maritime industry. My good friend like Michael Pinto, Mike, or Danny Joseph, DT Joseph, they have all said that we have served so many industries in our bureaucratic career. So many. Textile, power.
So now, and here I think even the IIT alumni will also assist.
No, I'm saying it is only maritime industry which remembers you even after you superannuate, even after you are no more directly working. Even then, maritime industry remembers you and always requests you to join to contribute in whatever small way you can, which no other industry does.
Any other question? Last question to Hazraji, Vijay.
Ashok is there. Ashok, can you ask your question? If it is...
Thank you very much. I appreciate all your this guidance and information. But I wish to ask regarding my own, I wish to start my own venture in the LPG and LNG sector. So if the special or some guidance regarding the same, sir.
You see, both LNG and LPG, both these sectors are again going. So again, now the opportunities are good. Of course, I take a lot of pride in saying that as far as LNG shipping is concerned, till date, in India, SCI is the only Indian shipping company having a presence in LNG shipping. No other Indian company has a presence in LNG shipping. LPG there are, but LNG, we are the only Indian shipping company. And I think, if you are wanting to set up your own venture, I definitely, admire you and I wish you all the best. But I think basically you have to, because just like in any other industry, you have to, build up your network for the LNG shipping, because there are, fortunately for LPG, it doesn't apply what I am saying. But in LNG, you have only a handful of big players. So it is easier to try and approach them and to build up a network.
Yeah,
because if there are hundreds of companies, it's much more difficult to network. But in LNG shipping, at least there are only limited number of companies which are very active in the world scene. So I think you should be able to build up your network there.
Sir, I'll
Thank
ask
you.
a
Thank you very
connected
much.
question, sir. Connected question. So to Pawan and to you both, sir. Very soon, maybe in next couple of years, many of the ships will be migrated to LNG as fuel. And that time, bunkering facilities, transportation between one port or hub to spoke from a bigger terminal to smaller LNG terminal, that should be a good business model, sir. What do you say? Think about that, sir?
Yeah, I think you are right. But only thing, you started with a statement. Unfortunately, today, this is one area with which the ship owners are really, breaking their head. What is the future fuel? Because LNG is supposed to be only a bridge fuel. LNG is definitely not the ultimate. If we really want to, achieve the sustainability that we aspire to achieve, then LNG is not the answer. It has to be, green hydrogen, green ammonia, green methanol, one of those. I don't know, and even the fuel cells and all that. But they have all their own challenges.
Sir, LNG is a very long bridge. It is a bridge, but it's a very long bridge. At least 2 generations will go away in that. Like we are not able to reduce coal to less than 50% even after 50 years. Okay. So LNG will remain. And whatever, they say about methanol, methane emission and all that, there are efforts to curb that. So I think LNG will remain. So, and what Muralidharan Saab says, it is a great business opportunity which is already there. But like it's like a chicken and egg situation. Indian companies like Indian PSUs or the major players are always looking, they always want that firm business. They don't want to invest in invest as a developing business. And then we lose out. We are already 3 to 5 years behind the international market now.
But I think IOC is doing something. IOC is definitely trying to build some infrastructure.
No,
so definitely, they
all are work in progress. Yes. But we are way behind the international industry.
Yeah. So what Muralidharan, what you are saying is correct. There is definitely a very, very strong business prospect there. So people who are interested in that can definitely try to explore. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. I hope it answered the question. Actually, there are more than 600 questions which I have seen in the chat box, which are related to this course floated by IIT Madras. So I would request Sumit Khare to actually, so he has actually tried answering a lot of those questions in the chat, but I would request him to actually run them through the process so that all of those questions are taken care. And then we will continue taking questions from all of you once Sumit shares these details with IIT Madras program. Yeah. So over to you, Sumit.
Thanks, Vijay. Hi, friends. I appreciate your participation in this webinar jointly by DG Shipping and IIT Madras. I am Vice President at IIT Madras for this MBA DMSc. I understand that you might have been reading the chat in the chat box, which meanwhile you were listening to the dignitaries over different aspects of this program and career for seafarers also, along with different working professions of maritime and supply chain. I was trying to update you with features and admission process simultaneously in the chat box. I hope you might have gone through. You might have got my WhatsApp number also. I repeat it again for those who have missed it and may connect with me for their admission. It is 8169896314. Anyway, now coming to the admission process, see, we are taking the admissions now also. There are interviews scheduled in the coming weekends. There is an interview scheduled tomorrow also. So in case anybody who is going to sail out or is going to join the ship immediately and wish to have interview for them conducted immediately, can fill the form today itself and get yourself interviewed tomorrow itself. That is October 5. You may WhatsApp me with your application form, the receipt of the application form, and I'll help my backend team to get yourself interviewed tomorrow itself. For the others who have time and can get interviewed later also, October 12, which is a Sunday, next Sunday, the Sunday after this one, tomorrow Sunday, there are interviews scheduled, and October 19 also interviews are scheduled. The orientation program for this course we have organized on October 25 and 26, 2025, and a weekend after that, we will have the lectures. Let me talk about the evaluation, the form and the evaluation for your understanding, which will help you understand how you will get selected. See, all those working professionals from any sector who have minimum 55% of UG score, undergraduation score, or minimum 2 years of working experience are eligible to apply for MBA Digital Maritime and Supply Chain by IIT Madras. All those sailors who does not have an undergraduation but are sailing on deck side, navigation side, and have Indian COC, and with a second officer rank or above, are eligible, have equivalent degree for with BSc Nautical Science, and can apply for this MBA DMSc immediately. Now, once you fill the form and share the receipt, there is an application fee also, remember, that is non-refundable. One of the candidates was asking, I have given in the chat box also. Generally, form fees are nowhere refundable. It's a small amount of 2,000 rupees only. Once you fill the form, program office will connect you and will get you a slot for the interview, which will be taken by a panel member of two. One will be from IIT Madras faculty and one will be industry expert. So there are three different verticals of the score. Let me clarify you on the score system where you will get yourself selected after interview. Once you fill the form, there are different tabs where you will provide input, like for example, your UG score, number of years of experience you have, your current designation, the organization you work for, and there will be also a tab where you will be asked to choose digital maritime or digital supply chain. You choose any, that is a form formality. You will be given exposure and electives for both the sectors of maritime and supply chain, where maritime is just a subset of supply chain. So once you fill the form, there is an application score generated which carries 30 marks. Okay, so there is the first vertical of the score is application form which carries 30 marks. Now, once you fill the form, the program office will connect you for organizing your interview. Either who are in a hurry can get interviewed tomorrow itself, or maybe on October 12 or October 9, according to the convenience of the candidates. The interview will be for 15 to 20 minutes, and it will be carrying a huge 50 marks. Like I said earlier also, the panel members will be, there will be two panel members. One will be from IIT Madras faculty and one will be from industry expert. On the same day when you will be taken, you will be having the interview. On the same day, on the same morning, you will be mailed with 3 case studies, general case studies. I'll give you an example. Suppose I have a business, or maybe I'll give you a better example. What strategy India can adapt to increase the GDP? I'm just giving you a random example. So you write the answers either by hand or by using your laptop or Microsoft Word, make it PDF and send all those 3 case studies on the same email ID with the attachments. Case studies will carry 20 marks. Best 2 case studies out of 3 will be taken. So there are 3 verticals: application form carrying 30 marks, interviews carrying 50 marks, and case studies carrying 20 marks. Both interview and case studies will be conducted on the same day. Okay. You will have to mail the case studies on the email ID from where you will receive the case studies. Now, what minimum score you have to get out of the total of these 3 verticals: application form 30, interview 50, and case studies 20? The total becomes 100. So you just have to score 55 or above or more than 55 to get the admission offer letter from IIT Madras. Whoever ever aspire to get a degree from IIT Madras, this is a very good chance. You keep working, keep earning, keep learning through MBA, DMSc by IIT Madras, and get a degree also from IIT Madras. I mean, this is a very good opportunity for all the working professionals. I have shared the brochure also. You can see the courses and electives also. Thank you. So this was, I was trying to update the all the candidates. You have my number. You can come to me on the WhatsApp also if you have any query regarding your admission process and interview. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay.
Great. Thank you, Sumit. This was very extensive. I think a lot of their queries are now answered related to specifically this MBA program in digital maritime from IIT Madras. So this is the request to all the attendees. You can raise your hand, and one by one, I will be allowing you to ask your questions. So I see that there are more than 500 plus audience. So there would be plenty of questions coming in. So I would request, ask the questions which will benefit the entire audience rather than a specific question. For specific questions, we will again be connecting you to the respective panelists which can help you answer those specific questions. So for the greater good, I would request that ask questions which would benefit the larger audience. So we have Anirban Bhadra, Prashant Sharma, who have raised. So I'm allowing Anirban to ask the question. Anirban, you can ask the question.
Yeah, hi, sir. Yeah. So my question is actually to one of the panelists, Captain Gupta, sir, regarding, since you mentioned about this LNG sector, and I believe since you mentioned it is directed to the larger audience. So if I understand correctly, sir, our country in general, the present government has a target of around 12% dependency to shift to that green fuel technology. So, but I just wanted to know in this segment, if I am not mistaken, not much has been going on, because we were at 5%, we are aspiring to be at 12% by 2030, if I am not mistaken. So in that segment, when we compare other countries, both I'm talking about on the land-based installation opportunities on terminals as well as on the shipping sector, because I myself am sailing on LNG vessels now, on FSRUs and LNGs. So I just wanted to know, when we compare with the foreigners, especially Europeans, we are still lagging quite behind. So is there any specific approach, anything that can be thought about it, or anybody like wants to go into that venture of entrepreneurship? So how does he think about moving forward, or how is it going forward for especially Indians? Since we all mentioned, all the panelists agree, we have the talent, we have the knowledge, we have the expertise, but somehow this industry is still dominated by Europeans. So I just wanted to know your thought process in that, sir. Thank you.
Anirban, see, we have now good resource of LNG background people in India. You know, thanks to Qatar Gas in 2006-7, when 45 ships were coming, a lot of guys actually, you know, Shell took most of the Indians only, trained them from LPG to LNG. So suddenly that part is very good. So out of 700 ships, around 400 ships are manned by Indians around the world. And out of 135 terminals, I can say that at least 50 plus terminals have got Indians presence all around the world. So we are pretty good from the resource, from the knowledge point of view. Now, India is a very cost-sensitive country. You know, we all have to acknowledge that. If you are in Gurgaon, Noida, Delhi, you don't mind actually going all the way from Gurgaon to Noida to take cheaper petrol or diesel. Okay, so we are very cost-sensitive country, and we have to accept this. So LNG today, like it's $11 per MMBTU. When you convert it into ton per ton cost, it is coming close to $600 per ton. Now, it's a good time already because you are getting VLSF also somewhere close to $500 per ton. So any ship owner will only change over to LNG when the cost is right. Ship owner don't want to pay. You all are sailing on ships. Is he trying to pay you even $10 extra? He will not pay you. Okay. So one thing very important for all of you is also think the other side of it. Don't only think from your viewpoint. You have to think how a businessman is thinking. He is the one actually making money and paying you. Unless he makes money, he will not pay you. Okay. So Indian LNG industry is also a factor of that. Now, all these companies, Indian LNG industry is very well governed by these Indian PSUs. So we have IOCL, BPCL, HPCL, GAIL, Petronet. These companies are the one actually who are at the front at the moment. All are Indian PSUs. Now, Indian PSUs as such, okay, they have the government mandate. Okay, they will have to do it. But at the same time, they all have their own budgets. They all have to prove that they are making money. So they are not here, they will just spend money just like that. So all these guys, and I can tell you that most of these PSUs are now governed by IITians. They are very, very smart and good people. You go in any PSUs and you find a fantastic, very professional setup inside these PSUs. They are not more like old whatever we can think of, these companies. So you will find all IITians, IIMs guys, and the good people. And so you have to see that it has to make a commercial sense. You just know even Adani will not put money just like that. Adani will also not. So it's not that. So every business, and this is what you will learn. So it's very easy for you to talk like this because you have not learned it. When you come to this side and when you will learn that every business has to have a proper
शोना
financial
मेरी कभी
uh,
कॉल आने वाली है इसके ऊपर
mm,
बोलने
mm,
वाला हूँ मैं
mm. So you will have to see that in India also a lot of things are happening. We have done a study feasibility for BPCL, Petronet. We are doing it for IOCL now. We are participating in one IOCL mini FSRU tender. So a lot of things are happening. It's not that nothing is happening. But in India, it's like who will cut the bell? Like who will be taking the first risk? ADNOC took the risk in Fujairah in UAE. They started the LNG bunkering. They did not take the risk. They are also very smart. They used a company like Munjasa in the front, told them to charter a LNG bunker vessel, start LNG bunkering in January this year. After 4 months, it stopped. So ships are there, but then ships are not that many that it'll make a business sense. LNG bunkering is already happening in China, in Singapore, in Malaysia. Most of the ships route is this. So they make sure that they do everything, and by that whatever is remaining for India and UAE. It's like that. So guys, I think it's very important for you to first focus on knowledge. There are umpteen opportunities. I can tell you come to me, I can give you 20 opportunities in LNG. They are fantastic opportunities. But then these opportunities are only available once we have the required resources, which not only is the knowledge is one resource, human is another resource, but at the same time, financial resources is also necessary. So all these things have to combine, then only a project will become successful.
Great. Prashant, you can ask your question.
Maybe the questions, if they are limited to, the subject, MBA program, that will be useful rather than the industry related questions, which we can cater to in other forums. Yeah.
got it, sir. Thank you. It was really nice, and I really appreciate for all of you sharing your knowledge and experience on this platform. Especially as a seafarer, we have been out for a very, very long time, and this platform has actually given us a good opportunity to learn and upskill ourselves so that
Just
we can make a smart.
1 minute, Prashant. One query which
Yes.
you may have to solve is when are we giving this ebook? If you can make a announcement for that. Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, I see a lot of questions asking around ebook. So we will be sending out this ebook after the session to all the people who have registered for the session. You will be receiving it on your email. We will be sending it out one by one. So by tomorrow, all the people should have the copy of ebook into their mailboxes.
In case you don't get it, you can always revert back to us on the email ID given. Yeah. Okay, Prashant,
Okay.
go ahead. Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you. Yeah.
It's okay, sir. I totally appreciate that. That was one of the very important things which I'm sure many people would have been left to look at the ebook, because that will be providing a lot of information for them as well. And yes, network is very important. And I believe sitting with the right people and in the right places, like, we are basically going to learn a lot of things and grow together. So, thing is, um, since this is an online course, can we come some during like our leave time, like in a year, we are almost 6 months out at sea. So let's say almost for 2-3 months when we are like, in small period, let's say 2-3 weeks or something. Can we come and attend some regular lectures as well?
Yeah, let me answer that question. See, most of the classes are online and they are in the evening or on Sunday forenoon, right? Even the faculty, they are taking these classes from their home or from their offices, etc. So we are not having any physical students. Okay. However, you can come and meet the faculty during the working hours. They'll be more than happy to do that. We are going to have many immersion programs so you can interact with fellow students and faculty members. You can talk to the faculty member if you have some doubts about a particular course. There are there are assistants available to every faculty who sort out many queries. So there is a lot of other ways for interaction, but we do not have any physical classes. So even if you have 2-3 months and you wish to come to Chennai, I mean, you can visit our program office and IIT Madras, and you can be part of the library, and you can be there for every day. You can come there. There is no problem. But most of I mean, all the classes are done online, so we do not have physical classrooms except during immersion programs when we run, for 5 days physical classes with all the people who attend, and of course there is an online version of it also.
Great. Thank you for the answer. Ajay, can you ask your question?
Yeah, good evening, and hello everybody. And Ramesh, special hello to you and congratulations to all of you on starting this program. I'm 67 years old, and is there any age restriction for joining this? It was a wonderful session, though I could only join a bit later. Second is, how do I get to know the syllabus for these programs?
Yeah, so if you download the brochure, I think Sumit must have shared that brochure in the chat
Okay.
box
So
also.
the PDF which is here, right?
Yeah.
IIT MBA.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it has all the program details, course details, etc. There is no upper limit for the program. So we've at least for the PhD program, we have found many people who retire and do the PhD. So there was a IPS officer who is doing it. He's become a faculty in Department of Management Studies. And there was a State Bank of India lady she's doing a PhD in finance after retiring. So even for MBA, there is no, I mean, learning has no upper age limit. So as long as you want to learn. And today, actually 60s is the mid 30s. You're in the middle age. People are living long. We talked of one JC Anand who is at 103 and still working in the industry. So you could easily work up to 75 years, 80 years as a consultant, as an advisor. Then it's fun to learn and earn and work as well. So my advice will be enjoy the course. And I think the oldest we had last year was 55, and this will keep increasing. So that's what I have to say.
Ramesh, not only enjoy the course, share your views and your experience and knowledge with the other students from the non-maritime side, and we're very happy to have you.
Yeah.
Madhusudan, you can ask your question.
Yeah, I think I'm audible now. Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay. It's rather a question. Like it was. First of all, thanks to everyone and all the panel. It's a fantastic one. And actually, I work in the show for a long time, close to 15 years now. And I'm based in China and in Shanghai, so I can clearly say that this forum is really good to connect people. And I am very open to help anyone who is going to be a part of Indian development and also being keen to learn and come ashore. So there was a question by one gentleman from FSRU. There are ample of opportunities in gas, as Mr. Pawan has explained, and fantastic openings all over the world, not only in India. There is no benchmark and there is nothing stopping anyone to really go and excel as long as we have the potential and the right appetite. So I think the sky is the lower limit and we are really going ahead. So anyone who has a willing to come ashore, and I am always there to help, and through the panelists who are there, and we are actually going to form a very good group, I think so. So it's rather, I mean, it's not a question. I'm sorry about that because there's no other way to connect people here. So I just put on my hands up.
We'll,
So I'm
we'll
open to help.
Yeah, we'll probably create some WhatsApp groups and help some of the seniors or amongst ourselves only try to help people get jobs and possibly help each other. So we last Sunday we had 1,800 people registering. This time it is more than 2,000 people. So I'll work with our technical team and see if what kind of WhatsApp grouping we can do, and how we can help each other in finding jobs, learning, MBA, everything. I think Vijay, you're doing something on that kind. You can share that.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are working around that.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, even a
now
small like 15 minutes guest lecture by renowned panelists, it will be much helpful for everyone. And I think so the new generation and all over all our seafarers whomsoever I meet, I always see them, they are looking for something special. So I think there is a lot of opportunities, and definitely we can really support everyone, any seafarer who is signing off, who is getting out of any country. There are opportunities that they can extend the visa. The Indian consulate is helping, government is helping, the companies are helping them. We ourselves have been helping people to stay for 15, 20 days to learn the courses, particularly to learn the new generation engines, LNG fuel, and particularly for dry bulk. It is very much difficult and new things to understand. So it's not only about the fuel and how to handle the fuel, the bunkering part. So we do all the trainings, expertise is there. So I think we all can connect and improve our knowledge together.
Thank you, Madhusudan. Yeah.
And so try to make a group on Aratai if you can.
that is an app from IIT Madras only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why not Aratai? Because
Yes, yes, we
it's
will
coming
build.
so
I
close to
would
Chennai.
I would
So
request Roshan to ask the question.
Yeah.
Oh, very good evening, sir, to everyone. Sir, this question is regarding seafarers only, that our job is of unique kind and we have to stay outside India on board ship where we don't have that much of internet availability to attend courses during the weekend, as well as we don't have that much time. We already discussed that we are doing about 12 to 15 hours job almost every day. So I was, my doubt was that can those lectures be attended later when we are at home for 3 or 4 months holidays? And for the examination, can they be attended during that period of time?
Let me answer.
Professor Kamal Naman is there. Are you there, Professor Kamal Naman? Professor Kamal Naman?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes,
Yes.
I'm there.
Could you answer that question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So for those who are unable to attend regular classes and if they have internet connectivity disruptions and so on, we have recorded lectures and which you can access, and we provide that access. You can listen to those lectures and then benefit out of it. And even exams, we are a little flexible as far as exams are concerned, because sometimes you have difficulty in getting connectivity, and then we give you a second time opportunity to take the exam also, and so on.
Professor Kamal Naman, he's the program director for MBA Digital Maritime and Supply Chain MBA. So he's in US and it's midnight there, and so we just requested him to be there. So thank you. Yeah. Any other questions relating to course and course structure, curriculum, how the whole course runs through, etc.? He'll be happy to answer them. Yeah.
Yeah, we just to add, we have immersion programs which will be very interesting for you. See, some of you who would like to visit IIT campus, you are most welcome during that 1 week period. Of course, these immersions are very intensive, and there are some courses where we use them as elective courses being offered. So you have a real feel of attending a class at IIT Madras, okay, apart from whatever you are attending online sessions. So these are opportunities that we are trying to create. In fact, we are having some discussion that whether we would look at least one international immersion abroad, so that you get a feel of how immersions are being done outside the country, and we tie up with a university abroad, and they do offer one course where you go and attend the classes.
In the classes.
Plus, we also.
Plus, we also.
Hello, you're able to hear?
Yeah. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
In addition, you can also visit either ports or industry and so on. So this is another thing we are working on it. I think it should materialize.
Sure.
Great. Abhimanyu, you can ask your question. Abhimanyu, can you ask your question?
Good evening to all. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Thank you for this amazing session. And I was like, when I was cadet, I was, from that time onwards, I was planning to come ashore. So you can call me speculative, but amazing
Amazing
inputs.
inputs.
Already one of the person raised this question regarding the course attendee, and thank you, Professor Kamal Naman sir. He already gave the answer. Since we are long on the sailing and we have some constraints on the internet, so it will be little difficult for us to keep in line with the courses. So we'll have to come back home and do the courses. So that's where we'll be needing the support from the management and to complete our course successfully. That's all I wanted to say, sir.
Abhimanyu, let me share with you. So they will not be, you need to complete the quarter within the quarter only. While the flexibility is there, maybe when you are coming on the port side, you can download the lecture, or when the internet is better. But if you think that a quarter can be later done after 2 quarters when you are on shore, that may be difficult. So we could give you flexibility of few days or maybe few weeks, but not otherwise you have to drop the quarter and maybe take it later. Yeah.
Thank you. Karthik, you can ask your question.
Good evening, everybody. I just looking like the similar one, like dropping a quarter and taking later. Recently, you were saying, is that like that entire 8 quarters? What is the maximum time that it has to be completed in case due to internet issues or something, people are dropping it, postponing it later? Is there a maximum time that it has to be completed for the MBA degree?
Yeah, Professor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You would like to answer, Ramesh?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay.
See, the total, though the program is of 2 years, it can be done over 4 years also. So in a certain quarter, if you feel that you are not able to complete the exams and not attend all the classes, and you want to shift that quarter to the next year, then that can be done, because every year we are taking a new batch. And overall program can be completed over 2 years, 4 years instead of 2 years. So that kind of flexibility we provide. Also, we have not seen much, but in case out of the 4 subjects, you are able to do 2 subjects and 2 subjects you are not able to do. So maybe those 2 subjects can also be shifted. But we haven't come across anybody asking that, but that also could be a possibility. So the new education policy also provides flexibility of, increasing the tenure of the program. Our endeavor is more that while you're sailing, you complete the course. So, but you have to write to us and ask what kind of flexibility is required. But the whole endeavor from our side is to help people learn and complete the course. So we go out of our length to help students in both the learning part, flexibility, evaluation part, flexibility, and all the support that we can give. Yeah. Would you like to add on to that, Professor? Yeah.
Yeah, as Mr. Ramesh has said, you can complete this program within 4 years. So we are giving you that extra 2 year period in case you would like to drop off one quarter. Then probably you will join the next batch, that is the junior batch, and try to complete that quarter. Okay, so that's the kind of flexibility that we have provided.
Thank you. Pushparaj, you can ask your question.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity to be a part of this panel, and thank you for your lecture as well. And I'd like to put a simple questions. It must be asked previously also. The seafaring and the studying is entirely a difficult combustion, because as long as we are on the ship, our focus is always be focusing on running a ship. Hardly will get a time to spare time for our studies. To pursuing this MBA online, or pursuing this MBA 8 quarters in completion also is a quite difficulty. Why don't you make it in the very simple form, of break it into different courses so that it compiles the whole syllabus, so the people who are on the leave can complete, because every seafarers get a time of around 3 to 4 months on vacations.
Sure.
They can pursue during the time completely. They can present themselves and prepare well, study well, instead of getting and also the many people say that one, the internet, especially some of the internet, they don't, it cannot possible to download also. To reaching the port is also very difficult. It will take 1 month to reach port, and if you reach port also, it's not possible. And that you have to alter, or you have to make a syllabus suitable for the seafaring. That is my question. Or you make it in the short-term courses. That would be more helpful for us, isn't it, or not? You have a syllabus, isn't it, or not? In the syllabus, you can make it as a small short-term courses and break into that.
Okay, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
The sound is going. Okay, so what we have done is we are, I mean, not see, in the first batch of 60 students that we admitted, 20 were seafarers, and almost all of them are able to attend classes, go through the evaluation and complete. 2 quarters have been completed. Third quarter is already, we are undergoing that. So practically, we have seen that I mean, seafarers, while they are sailing, are able to attend the classes, go through the evaluation, and complete the quarters. However, in future, whatever you are saying, we already have thought about it. We are going to create certificate programs. Okay, so 8 quarters means we will create maybe 8 to 10 certificate. We'll break up the whole MBA curriculum into maybe 8 to 10 certificates. And each of these certificates we would be launching around the year if the numbers are slightly larger. And then you would have the flexibility of like after 4 certificates, you can get a diploma. After 8 certificates, you can get a degree, and up to 4 certificates, you would have the certificates. So this will, and not everybody may like to do the full, 8 certificates or get a degree, and they may be happy with a diploma in finance, maritime finance, or if somebody wants to go into the shipping management side, that they may be quite okay to do a organizational behavior or HR related courses. So that is work in progress. We are evaluating that, and in future we will promote that. IIT Madras has a flagship, another online program, BS Data Science, in which it is the same process. Like they do 1 year, they get a certificate. If you do 2 years, you get a diploma. 3 years, you get a BSc degree, and 4 years, you get a BS degree. Not exactly that, but we will create modules and create the certificates as you are advising. And if you complete those certificates, you get a diploma or a degree, depending upon how many credits you complete. But that's work in progress, not immediately. Maybe after 1 year or so, we may start that.
Sure. We have Dheeraj Kumar. Dheeraj, you can ask your question.
A very good evening to all expertise, panel members, and all friends. Sir, I have two questions. One is directly related to the MBA, and other is little apart from MBA. First one is, Sir, after being a chief engineer, if someone wants to become a surveyor in an Indian government, DG approved exam, sir, what is the criteria and procedure for that? And second one is, sir, once suppose I complete my MBA, then where, how should I get the job? What's the pathway? I mean, should I have to, then I have to approach to the companies, or company will come in the IIT Madras campus? Can any one of you please like to answer this?
Mr. Bewalkar, you may
Yeah.
answer that surveyor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, to join the surveyor in the government department, that is DJ shipping, you will have to go through the UPSC exams. UPSC regularly every year this publishes this poster, how many posts are there and all the things for the ship surveyors and all the things, which are at DDG, Deputy Director General level and all the things. So you have to clear those UPSC exams, and then you will get the admitted as a ship surveyor in the DG shipping.
Okay.
Hello.
And the second part of the question was, what was that? I'm forgetting.
It was related to the placements. Do companies come to the
Correct.
campus for placements, or how do they get the jobs?
Okay. See, this program is meant for working professionals. So, of course, seafarers who are sailing wouldn't require while they're studying. But when they come on shore, we have a placement cell which provides, placement advice to all the candidates who are going through the program. And IIT Madras has a placement cell also, which also provides opportunities. Our first batch is, as I said, the third quarter is going on. So we haven't really focused on that. But by the time we are on the fourth quarter, we will provide very active placement support to anybody who is requiring that. 70% of the batch is people who already have jobs. So, they will be probably growing in their own companies. As on now, the requirement is not much. But going forward, yes, some of the seafarers who are wanting to switch over, we will definitely help you. But I can tell you there will be a lot more demand. Anywhere you'll go with this course, it won't be very difficult for you to find jobs through networking, through your direct applications, through HR consultants. And of course, IIT Madras will also provide you support. In our program office itself, we'll have a placement cell. We haven't started that activity very actively, but maybe after a quarter, we will have a full-fledged placement officer who will help various candidates in, finding jobs.
Great. Vivek, you can ask your question.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. And thank you so much to give me this opportunity to join this fantastic session. Sir, I'm a seafarer working on board a LPG ship. Right now, I'm an able-bodied seafarer. So my doubt is, as already previously discussed, that the internet connection on board is a very, very limited. Sometimes it is not like to be on shore. Sometimes it is very difficult to talk to the family. So like already you said that it is not every day we will not get the classes. We will get the that already you will upload the programs and we can download it whenever we are reaching the port. But sir, my doubt is specifically doubt that if we have like whatever the sessions are going on, if you are getting some doubts over the question and topics, so how it will be clear?
Yeah. So now, Professor Kamalaman, would you like to answer that?
Yeah. See, there are 2, 3 ways of doing it. One is uh, you are unable to attend a class, then you download from the Moodle, attend the sessions. In case you have certain doubts with regard to a lecture, you can email us. We will pass that information to the concerned faculty and they will be able to address your doubts. So that is one way of doing it. The second thing is when you come here for an immersion program, you can also ask them during that interaction. These are the 2 ways by which you can clarify your doubts with regard to specific lectures or sessions that we are looking at.
Great. So now we are very close to 6 o'clock. It's almost 3 hours. So I would request you guys to raise your hands, and if you have any questions, we'll take it. If we are not able to answer all the questions, we will make an attempt to actually answer as many of those as possible through sending out messaging to you. Karthik, you want to ask
Maybe
your
last three questions, Vijay. Yeah.
Okay, then let me ask this question, which has come repetitively in the chat. It says, so in the form of degree, whether it's a online degree that is mentioned in the degree, or does it show digital maritime or digital supply chain as separate degrees? So they need little clarification on the degree that is being delivered to them.
Yeah. So Sumit, would you like to?
See, first of all, there should not be any confusion why this word online is appearing again and again. Let me clarify you why this word online is coming. See, since this special MBA, Digital Maritime and Supply Chain, is designed specially for working professionals, and working professionals need to be taught, or working professionals need to learn from IIT Madras on this MBA. Now, what is the way, what is the mode through which both the things can happen? I mean, both the things mean the working professionals keep working also as usual, their working hours are on, they are in their organization or sailing or working anywhere, and they learn also. I mean, they are a student at IIT Madras and they learn also. So there is only one way, that is, we teach, or IIT Madras teach those enrolled working professionals online. And this is why the word online is coming in between, and that is why maybe creating a sort of confusion. This is a proper regular 2-year MBA, and you will receive a degree on which it will be written MBA Digital Maritime and Supply Chain. There are no separate degrees for digital maritime and digital supply chain. I repeat, the degree will be written as MBA Digital Maritime and Supply Chain. And why this online word is coming? Because since it is designed for working professionals, and working professionals can be made learn through this MBA DMSC, that is only through taking lectures on weekends online. So this word online is coming. So that is the answer.
But in the degree, there is no online word. Degree is only MBA.
No online word. It is a proper regular MBA degree with written as MBA Digital Maritime and Supply Chain.
The brochure, I think, has a sample of the degree certificate. Yeah, so you can have a look at that. Yeah, that answers your question. And in terms of specialization, as Sumit has clarified, it's a function of number of electives that you take. Like even in IIMs, they don't offer any specialization. While you can say as a candidate that you have specialized in marketing if you have taken more electives in marketing. So the way we have listed in the brochure electives in supply chain, electives in maritime, and if you take more electives in maritime, you say I'm a maritime specialist, and if you have taken more electives in supply chain, you become a supply chain specialization. But the degree certificate doesn't have any such word of specialization like any other Ivy League institution in India. Yeah.
So, Sumit, I'll ask one question that will answer some other connected questions. So, after this MBA, it is a master's degree. Can somebody pursue PhD? Because PhD, you need a master's degree.
Yes, it is a proper master's degree, and anywhere in the world, wherever the master's is required, this is eligible, and you can pursue, PhD after this degree. Yeah. So it is a proper master's degree. Yeah.
Great. Karthik, can you ask your question? So we are taking last two questions now.
So
Karthik, you can ask your question.
It's not a question, it's a small request. As you say, like there are 20 seafarers in the present batch of the MBA. Is there a possibility to create a platform for the new aspirants to interact with them or something like that?
Okay, we'll ask them. Maybe we'll see if there is a WhatsApp group which we can enable, where your queries can be answered.
We cannot keep on disturbing them. Also, just a small session like this may help.
Okay. Yeah, that could also be an interesting possibility. We'll come back to you on that.
Yes, sir. Please consider. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik. Bye.
Okay, Balaji, you can ask your question. Balaji Jayaraman. You can unmute and ask the question. Okay. Meanwhile,
can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm Captain Balaji Jayaraman. I've been at sea for 42 years, Rajendra, 82 batch. And I've also done my MBA in shipping and logistics from the Lloyd's Maritime Academy, London. It was a fully online degree course from 2009 to 2011. I did it with my own accord, and I really wanted to gain knowledge on that front. But now I'm planning to switch ashore. So the first question now they ask if I go for a shipping and logistics or anybody ashore, the first question obviously they ask is, do you have shore experience? Now the question is, people who are doing this MBA course, how far do they have practical shore experience, or do they have something like an internship, or that they can gain hands-on experience and then perhaps join a particular company, shore company?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So Professor Murli told that as a part of the program, we are going to have transformation projects, which our company will be arranging with the industry, corporates, where people will be working on live projects. And most of these projects are going to be digital projects where, there'll be a digital transformation projects where some aspect of the shipping vertical or any operational aspect, we will try to digitize. A group of 4 or 5 people will work. So how the shipping is going to be running in future will be very different. So the whole program pedagogy is been designed from futuristic angle, and these live projects will help people learn. One can do 1 or 2 projects in the program. Each project can run from 1 month to even 6 months. Apart from that, during immersion program also, there are going to be many live projects which will be there. Last immersion program for batch 1, we had completely on AI, ML and digital tools for professional productivity increase. So there are also
Hello.
capstone projects.
Um,
Yeah. So these are the practical insight before people come on shore, we would like to give to the seafarers. And there could be few internship opportunities also, which could also come. So we'll keep you informed of those. But projects during immersion programs and transformation projects are part of the curriculum itself.
Excuse me, sir. I just have one question. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
I just want a clarification. Like, if we drop out in a quarter due to sailing, should we pay again for the quarter again?
No, if you just say it again, if you are not able to complete the quarter, would you have to pay again for the quarter? Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Professor Kamal Naman, would you? Professor Kamal Naman, are you there?
See, if you have already paid for the quarter, I don't think you should pay again. Only thing, you'll have to attend the classes. You have some percentage of attendance that you need to fulfill and then take the exam.
Okay, sir. And the second question is, what if we quit sailing and complete all the assignments and lectures in just a year? Could we get the certificate?
I can't get you. Within a year, huh? How is it possible?
No, I mean, it's like these lectures are meant to be viewed in weekend basis, right?
No,
So
these are
what if-
live lectures. These are
It's a
live
li-
lectures, so these are
It's
not
a live
recorded.
lecture.
They are not recorded, which you can complete in a.
Oh, okay, sir.
These are live lectures, but recorded because some of you may not be able to get connected during the live mode. So for such people, you can download it from the Moodle, attend to the recorded lectures.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the panelists, for sharing the insights and the knowledge and their experiences. And especially thank you to all the attendees for being there till the end. It's almost 3 hours. A lot of you still have questions specific to your profiles. So you can send out those questions to Sumit. You can email those questions to us. and we can answer as many of those as possible. As previously said, we'll be sharing the ebook very soon. Moreover, this ebook would be evolving as we do more and more sessions, as we see more and more questions coming from you. We'll keep updating the ebook and we'll keep sharing that with you guys. As you guys said, we are in a process of creating the community of seafarers, and where we can connect seafarers to the existing students, from whom they can learn how they are managing their life along with the course. And you'll also get to see some of them transitioning into shore jobs, into leadership roles, and you get to learn from their experiences as well as how they are doing it. So definitely we are setting up a train for seafarers where they can rest assured about coming to shore jobs and getting into leadership roles, getting into management roles, getting into technical roles. So we'll be sharing this ebook to all of you after the session. Some of you will receive it today, some of you will receive it tomorrow. Sumit, just for time being, can you put it as a chat? Can you put this into the chat? Would it be possible?
The ebook itself, you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because still we have almost 250 people here. Okay,
And,
so Sumit has already shared it. Somebody has
and-
responded from the audience.
And a special thanks to DG Shipping and Mr. Shyam Jagannathan and Bolkar ji for being here and providing us such a wonderful platform. And we wish to help seafarers. And without you, this webinar would not have been possible. And it's really we are very thankful to you. And we'll be we'll be working together for the welfare of seafarers. So may have different sessions in different points of time. So thank you, Biwalkar ji.
Thank you, Ramesh ji. Thank you, Mr. Vijay Kavle, or to the organizers for this particular session. All the IIT Madras alumni, those who have attended, and they have briefed and given total insight about the course module, how it will be conducted, and what is and how it will be helpful to the seafarers for their transition from the sea service to the ashore service and all the things. And also thanks to all the panelists who have shared their experience, especially Captain Pawan Gupta, Mr. Hajara, JMD, and Mr. Muralidharan, former CEO of Karaikal, sharing their experience, how they have learned it and how they have made their business entrepreneurs, become the entrepreneurs and all the things. So really thankful to all of you on behalf of the DG